Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Oh my fucking hand.
Oh, you gotta give him that huck too and spit on that thing. You get me?
Here to tell you right now, we don't care. We don't care.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
When I start selling pussy, I don't want to hear it.
When I start selling pussy, I don't want to hear nobody say shit. When you see me on the corner, bitch, mind your business.
Shut up, bitch.
That's a huge bitch. Access denied.
Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? I got into my Uber, what did I see? It was a dusty musty
Acknowledge
tether,
me.
smelling like cheetah pee. Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? What did I see? It was a dusty, musty tether, smelling like cheetah pee. Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? I got into my Uber, what did I see? It was a dusty, musty tether, smelling like cheetah pee. Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to?
The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here.
Mic check. DeMarco 23, I see you. Oh, man. A couple things. I don't know what Derek on today. I didn't even time you out. What are you talking about, bro? What?
Bang! Bang! It's good!
You know what? Oh, Coop late. Oh, I didn't even see this. Okay. Coop was late. Okay, you know what? You know what? And now I'll put you on timeout. Come back, Ninja.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
I don't know what's going on with you, buddy, but get out of here. I didn't even time you out. My bad, y'all. I hit the snooze button one too many times. I'm sorry.
Access denied.
I mean, every now and then I'm late on the live stream, but I'm usually up, just working out some technical issues. That's usually the situation 99% of the time. I woke up late today, and then I hit the snooze button, and it was over. So my apologies, squad. And then I also realized, thank you very much, Project Lever, for pointing out, I missed the Patreon stream this Saturday. My apologies. That will be going down. Or I could probably make that up to you guys probably sometime this week. My apologies. I ain't shit. But I'm better than you, Derek. Get out my chat.
It's good!
Let me see the salute emoji in the chat to make sure you guys can in fact hear me. Let me see the salute emoji in the chat to make sure you guys can in fact hear me. I'm not just up here talking to myself and my dumb cat. Theodore Cooper standing by. What the hell do he think? What the hell do Derek think he is? Let's see. Okay, Alex, I see you. Let's see. Uncle Diggity says we here. Okay, that's good enough. Do better, squad. Fall in. Where's my thing at? Oh, yeah. That's not it.
Hawk to and spit on that thing. You get me?
Let's see. Make sure y'all give, ladies, make sure y'all give out the Hawk tour. Let's see. I see y'all. MRL, I see you. Thomas Dawson, I see you. Tony Virgo. Erroneous E. Do Better Fiend. Project Leroy, True Blue, Sheila Day One.
What it do, baby?
Alexander X, Valerie Dixon.
What it do, baby?
We in here. We moving, man. Squad, let's get it on a... Damn, what's today? Today's Monday. I know that one at least. Let's get it on a Monday. It's kind of dark in here. I don't think I have my light on. I need to see locations in the chat. Locations in the chat. Your boy Theo broadcasting live from Detroit. It is 51 degrees, bruh. Not too bad, though, man. 51 degrees. And damn near 920 because I'm a shitty streamer. Locations in the chat. Let's go. Let's see. Let's get it, people. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. There we go. Let's get it. I need to see locations in the chat. Derek,
It's good!
get off my screen. The disrespect. Let's see. We got Odessa, Texas in the building for the homie Tim Matthews. I got a question for you, kind sir.
Not what y'all know about them Texas boys.
We got Tulsa in the building. I see you, E. Let's see. AK Chandler says Cleveland.
Cleveland! This is for you!
Do Better Fiends in Helena, Arkansas. The homie Project Leroy is in the city of Chi. Mike Merrick says Tallahassee, Florida. We got some Florida action going on here in a little bit. Salute to the homie James Sampson, Valdosta, Georgia.
Georgia.
Salute to you, James.
Welcome to Death
Let's
Row.
see. We got Calgary checking in. Salute to all our neighbors above the wall. North of the wall, excuse me. Let's see. Salute to Rob Beast at 64 degrees. I hear you, bro. Let's see. Prince Buzz is posted at the job in the Denver airport. Uncle Diggity says Los Angeles, California. Let's get it. Salute to all my left coasters out there, man. In LA and y'all, man. Y'all be out there up early in the morning with it. Salute to you, bro. Let's see. Go Creekery says KC to the most. Salute to Kansas City, Missouri. Go Creekery, born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri. Pinball says, I'm here. Coop, Gurney, Illinois. Shout out to the NBC Midwest chapter. Did y'all see that boat crash in Brooklyn?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Did y'all see that? That goddamn Mexican sailboat that looked like it was from the 1840s crashed into the Brooklyn Bridge. I was like, bruh.
I beg your pardon?
I thought that shit didn't even look real at first. Like, why is that ship there? Salute to the homie Killer Cow representing Brooklyn. Perfect timing, bro. Oli says Birmingham. Salute to you, bro. Let's see. LJ the Southern Vigor says Mississippi in the building. Creaky says, I saw that last night. That was wild. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was like, they said, well, I don't know what I read. I might have saw some fake news. They said it was the Mexican Navy. I said, Mexico got a Navy? Didn't know Mexico had a Navy. I don't know why they both so old, man. Let's see, Mr. Ty. Mr. Ty B says, truck driver from Baltimore. Salute to you, Ty B. Salute to all my truck drivers, my CDL guys on the road. Yeah, Mr. Black Matches says, yeah, it's pretty wild up here, Coop. Salute to you, bro. I seen the article but didn't watch the footage since Uncle Diggity. Stand by, bro. Stand by. Let me see. Sheila had put something in the Discord. Make sure y'all watch the channel Discord. And I'm going to grab, I think it's a couple super chats up here. I'm going to grab it in 1 second. Let's see here. Let's see if Sheila put something in. This is a quick video. All right, it downloaded. Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm gonna play this real quick before we get to the nonsense. Give me 1 second. I'm freestyling right now. Oh, right here. Let me grab something. Let's see.
What in the mother of Santa Fernanda is going on in Brooklyn? They almost fucking took down the Brooklyn Bridge.
I don't think the audio is
oh,
on. Give me 1
shit.
second.
I bet this has something to do with the fucking Gulf of America naming.
There we go. You goddamn New Yorkers and shit. Yeah, here we go.
Santa Fernanda is going on in Brooklyn. They almost fucking took down the Brooklyn Bridge.
Took down the fucking Brooklyn Bridge. Mexican got on boats, says Hobie.
Oh, shit. I bet this has something to do with the fucking Gulf of America naming. The bridge is shaking out there. Did you hear that motherless fuck? He said the whole bridge was shaking. This ain't the fucking London Bridge. Get this fucking boat out of here. Who the fuck put the flags? The guy is blind because of...
He said the dude was blind because of them big ass flags. I'm that shit again, bro. And then it looked like that shit was about to hit the pier too. Like, god damn, why them flags so big? There's so many questions I have, but then I do feel rest in peace. They did say 2 members of the crew passed away. Project Leader says Trump about to deport that boat. I'm gonna play it one more time. Great. New Yorkers are funny, bro. They're their own animals.
Santa Fernanda is going on in Brooklyn. They almost fucking took down the Brooklyn Bridge. Oh shit. I bet this has something to do with the fucking Gulf of America naming. The bridge is shaking out there. Did you hear that motherless fuck? He said the whole bridge was shaking. This ain't the fucking London Bridge. Get this fucking boat out of here. Who the fuck put the flags? The guy is blind because of...
I feel a certain type of way about New Yorkers. They're funny, though. I'll give that. They're funny, man. Let me grab the super chats and then we get right to the nonsense. Stand by 1 second. Hey, who put the fucking flag here? I'm parking my fucking boat here, all right? Let's see. Salute to Janessa Coleman.
What it do, baby?
Janessa Coleman says, good morning, Coop and the squad and squadettes. Happy, let me take this off because I can't see now. Happy Monday. Shout out Ninja watching and listening from work. Much love. Let's see. Grown folk talk, I see you. Salute to you, Janessa Coleman. Day 1 sub. Always rocking with your boy Coop. Thank you so much, Janessa. Try not to work too hard. I believe work is a bit overrated. Thank you so much, Janessa. Salute to Allure. What you got, Allure? Good morning, Coop. Let's go. That's a fact.
Goddamn right.
Taking too long. We're going to get right into the nonsense. Thank you so much, Allure, for your constant contribution to the show. Salute to CDT Beats re-up. And I see you, CDT. Let's see. It was a Project Leroy with the $5 super chat. What you got, Bill? Morning, Coop. We need to do better weather report. Beyonce brought tornadoes on Thursdays and a dust storm to Chicago on Friday. Can I ask what's going on? My God, bro. That damn tour, man. They got the dusty hyenas all over there, man. I got you right here. Stand by.
All right, everybody. I'm Ernest Washington with the real goddamn weather report. If you look in the sky over there towards Tickfall, you see it black as a motherfucker. I wouldn't go that way for a little while, but the shit coming this way. So if you stay out here and look.
Salute to you, Project Leroy, for the $5 $1 super chat. Let's see. We're gonna get right to the content. I think we got some dash cam here, and I think it's I gotta look and see where we at again. Let's see. Oh, my apologies. Let's see. So we got a lazy bone sighting. Salute to you, Project Leroy. Let's see. Salute to Chad Harvey. Dude sound like Michael Rappaport. Hey, I'm walking here. That shit's funny, bro. But I thought I was like, you're fucking a mooly. I thought that shit was coming next. Salute to you, Chad Harvey. That's a fact, man. That's a fact, bro. Salute to you, man. That's funny. All right, we're going to move on. Let's see. We got some dash cam, good people. Mike says, bring on the nonsense. I got you, Mike. Stand by 1 second. Let's get to it. Quick dash cam before we get it started. Psycho lady refuses to exit vehicle, gets felony charge. Indian River County. I had to look that up. Where does that happen to be? Florida. This is for you. Let's get it.
And I came out because she drove down here at like 50 miles an hour, so I just came out to look, and I can hear her in her car screaming at me without...
Yeah, you don't get to leave right now.
Thanks for the tip.
Ma'am, just wait. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Just wait.
Okay. And I can hear her over there before. I never even said anything to her. I just came out to look to see who was speeding.
Yeah.
I can hear her over in the car going, hey, old man, get the fuck out of here. What the fuck are you looking at, motherfucker? Get the fuck away from me. Just going on with the F-bombs, right? So then she...
Hey, don't be reaching for stuff.
No, I'm just, all I'm doing is like get him.
Don't be reaching for stuff.
Okay, I can, this is my car, this is my
I know.
I can reach for anything I want to reach for.
No, right now there's a disturbance, so no, you can't.
No, you can't just, excuse me, no, absolutely not. You are absolutely not. Are you serious? No, you don't get to do that. You don't get to touch my property. You're kidding me right now? You're going to assault me in my own car? Get out of my car!
Ma'am?
Don't touch me! You're not, what are you doing? No! You don't get to do that to me! Absolutely not!
Right now?
Absolutely not! Bro, you just broke my car! Stop! You don't get to assault me in my own car! I'm sitting here doing nothing! I'm trying to leave! I've done nothing wrong! This is horrible.
Get out.
Oh no! Stop!
Get out of the car!
No!
This is an order! Get out of the car!
No!
This is an order!
Oh, shut that goddamn dog up.
I've done nothing wrong! I've done nothing wrong and you're trying to assault me! Stop! Please stop! Please stop! Please let's
Get out of the car!
You're trying... Stop!
Oh, you said this to me? I couldn't tell who
Get
did.
out of the car!
Hello? No, I'm not okay. I'm not okay at all.
Get out of the car,
A
ma'am!
police officer is trying to assault me in that Osprey Acres Stormwater Park. Please come here now. Please come here.
22.
I'm
more young
at Osprey Acres Stormwater Park. Please can I come in, Austin? No, Austin. Come in with immediately. Please help me, please.
Get out of the vehicle, ma'am.
Please help me, please.
Ma'am! Get out of the vehicle. This is an order.
Get your ass out of the vehicle. Karen, motherfucking comply, okay?
Auntie, chill.
Damn. Squad.
Thanks for the tip.
Officer Blackman, tase her and the dog. Tase both of them. I'm here for it. Austin. Goddamn Florida again.
You fucking idiots.
Back to it.
We're trying to figure out what's going on. You're reaching inside a bag. I don't need you reaching inside a bag.
I was sitting in my car.
Ma'am, do not reach inside a bag.
This woman has opened my vehicle.
I have every right to be here right now. Yes, I do. Someone called
You have no right to come into my vehicle. I am in my car sitting.
Get out of the vehicle.
You opened my car and you crossed the line. You have no authority to come
Yes,
into
I
my...
do.
No, you don't.
Tase them
No,
both.
you don't.
Right now?
Call your supervisor. Call your supervisor.
He's coming.
Please call him.
Everyone's coming.
Okay, please call him. This has escalated too much. This has escalated.
You're right, so get the fuck out of the
I
vehicle.
don't know how to leave my vehicle because you opened my door. I was sitting
correct.
I was calmly
You are
and safely
correct.
in my car.
Reese says, what's in the bag? It's meth.
And we could have had a discussion. But
Right
instead
now?
of that, you opened my
You
door
weren't
and
listening. You were
physically-
reaching inside your bag, ma'am. You weren't listening to any of my commands.
I don't need to listen to your commands.
Yes, you
I
do.
don't feel
I'm
safe.
investigating a disturbance.
Well, you did not have to. You opened my door. The only reason my door is open
I
because you
opened
opened
your
it.
door?
Yeah,
you're fucking
and I tried to lock my door, and you physically.
Well,
she broke my door. She broke my door.
No one's broken.
You broke this. It was not like that.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Okay, no, this officer is lying. I need so much help right now. I need help. I need my family.
You're right.
I need an supervisor.
There's other deputies coming, and that's why we're waiting.
Honestly, why did you open my door and break
Because
my door?
I'm investigating
You
a
broke my
disturbance.
door.
Ma'am, if you had listened to my commands, there wouldn't have been any broken
If
door.
you didn't open my door so aggressively, I would have listened to you.
You didn't let
You opened my window.
I'm not gonna argue with it.
You aggressively tried to come into my door.
I'm not arguing
I
with
was
you.
trying to exit. Stop, Iggy, stop. Stop, Iggy, for 1 minute, stop. I was
Thank
trying
you.
to exit. I'm currently at Spray Grove. I'm trying to exit with my
Is she calling the police? What is she doing?
service dog training. I was told to leave, so I'm leaving. I was in the process of...
Shut up, bitch!
I was in the process of leaving, and then I was stopped by this cop
Thanks for
who
the
very
tip.
aggressively opened my door, which
I
was
asked you
locked.
to get out of the vehicle 3 times before I opened the door.
It was locked. The door was locked. You aggressively opened the window as I was
asked you
shut.
nicely
And
to
I
get
said
out
no.
of the vehicle.
I didn't want to get out of the vehicle.
Prior to, yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm investigating a disturbance. It really doesn't
You
matter.
could have asked me questions through the car, through the window. There's no reason I have to exit the vehicle. There's absolutely no reason. This was escalated beyond necessary, and then you.
Ma'am, I'm not arguing with you.
I'm not arguing. I'm stating what happened. You physically broke my door.
Ma'am, no, I didn't. If you want, you can find the piece, but I did not break
You
the door.
broke that. That wasn't.
Okay, then find the piece. If I broke it right now, the piece will be right there.
We're gonna find it. I'm gonna find
Look
it.
for it. Find it.
It's here because that wasn't broken.
No,
that was not broken. It wasn't broken. I'm gonna find it. But my dog is upset, and I have a lot of cops here, and I'm on my own, and I'm scared, and all I want to do is leave. It's all I want to do, and I don't know why you had to escalate the situation. You opened my door when I had it locked. I don't know how you did that. You stuck your hand through the window. Why would you?
And you rolled up the window on my own.
I rolled up the window to close it, but you were aggressively. God damn it.
Like, damn it.
So,
Are you the supervisor?
I was just coming to do a check. He stopped me, telling me that there was a disturbance, and as soon as I stop out, she starts yelling. She's reaching for her bag. I tell her to step out of the vehicle. She's not listening. So then she goes to close the window, so I get my arm and I open the door from the inside. And she's
I can't hear what you're saying.
She's not listening to any commands, and she's...
Thomas Dawson said the man would have already been tased. Yeah. And in the beginning, I was too busy thinking the dog should shut up. But she was going in her bag, and she's telling her, don't reach, don't reach, don't reach. And she's like, you can't tell me don't reach. How dare you? I'm going to reach. I'm going to reach anyway. That's why I'm like, oh, yeah, that's definitely it's definitely a bit of your privilege is showing right there. Let me grab the super chats. Salute to Wood TMC. Says salute Theo and the squad. Happy Monday. Salute to you, Wood TMC. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much, man. Hope everyone had a good weekend. I did as well. Salute to you, man. Cujo says, what in the Cracker Barrel is going on here? Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. Apparently she was at my man's shop in the back, cussing his old ass out. And then when the officer walked on her, she just started freaking out. Salute to Roni's E.
Thanks for the
How's
tip.
she an officer and negotiating orders? Yeah, that's true. What it is that not having no backup. That's what it is, being there solo dolo and don't really know how to control shit. And this, I believe this lady is her backup. So salute to you, Roni's E. Salute to Skinny Boy. He says, Florida's innocent. Pimp Squad for life. No, it's not.
Access denied.
No, it's not. Because I had to look that up, Skinny Boy. Because it said Indian River County. I said, where the hell is that at? And I Googled it. Of course, it had to be Florida. Wasn't my intentions. Salute to you, Skinny Boy. Let's see. Pooh Man says, can I ask what's going on? All right, Pooh Man. One time for the one time. I told you, we got to raise these drop prices, man. Y'all just wanted to play random drops in the middle of the stream. It's going to be $10. We talked about this a while ago. And of course the audio doesn't work. Of course it doesn't work. Because it doesn't need to, Skinny Boy. That's why. I should be embarrassed. Let's see. God damn you, Skinny Boy. God damn you, Pooh Man. There we go. Let's try that one more time. I got it fixed.
Can I ask you what's going on? 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 Can I ask you what's going
on? Appreciate you, Pooh Man. Let's see. Make sure y'all hit the like button too. Hit the likes up.
Come on, you motherfucker.
So the Cujo with the $5 super chat. What you got, Cujo? When a ninja gets taken out by a pig, this is the same kind of person that says shit like he should have complied. That's a fact, bro.
Goddamn right.
That's what I be up here telling them, comply, comply. That's what they tell every single black person, no matter. Comply. And then if you go under these videos, bro, go under the comments of these videos. It's just like anything. It's just like anything with social media, man. If it's a black person doing it, it's all type of culture. It's all type of, oh, this is their culture, degenerates, a whole bunch of racist ass shit. But when it's white people acting like fucking methed out Karens, all you see is this this person ain't shit, yada yada. I ain't never heard a white person say they ain't sent me back 100 years, man. Goddamn racist ass crackers. And then this shit pissed me off too, man. This fucking, I started to play the clip. Today, but I said, I know I'm not going to play because it's going to be triggered. There was a video that, what's the homie O'Shea put out? And it was Boyce Watkins. He put out yesterday, it was Boyce Watkins talking shit on KS after KS passed. But that's not even what I was upset about. It was a panel with Jason Whitlock, that former ESPN fucker, that coon-ass Sambo, and Dr. Boyce Watkins, Anton Daniels, and a couple other people talking about this black fatigue bullshit. I said, fuck all y'all, man.
Bang! It's good!
I never had no problem with Anton. People asked me about Anton. I was kind of always on the fence. But this Sambo ass black fatigue shit that they be running back, I got goddamn cracker fatigue. I got cracker fatigue. I got motherfucking Sambo fatigue. Man, that shit pissed me. I was gonna play that, but I knew it was gonna trigger me, man. These motherfuckers act like black people are just the fucking worst. And you got people who look like us spouting the same bullshit. I don't know why I'm ranting about that. It's just getting on my fucking nerves. Maybe we can talk about that later. Let's go, man.
I came out because she drove down here.
Fucking Sambos pissed me off.
So I just came out to look, and I could hear her in her car screaming at me without...
Yeah, you don't get to leave right now.
I'm just trying to leave. You asked me to leave. You told me I can't.
Ma'am, just wait.
See?
I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Okay. And I can hear her over there before. I'd never even say anything to her. I just came out to look to see who was speeding.
Yeah.
I can hear her over in the car going, hey, old man, get the fuck out of here. What the fuck you looking at, motherfucker? Get the fuck away from me. Just going on with the F-bombs, right? So then she...
Hey, don't be reaching for stuff.
Oh, shit, my bad. Did I reset? My bad, damn. I think I reset the video. My bad, y'all. I was going off. My apologies. My bad. I didn't even realize I did that. My apologies. I'm fucking up today, man. Let's see. Where's old girl? Okay, here we at. Here. My apologies. I went on the rant. My apologies.
Are you guys ready to
get out of the vehicle? I'm going to ask you one more time.
I want to speak to your supervisor. No, stop. You can't do that to me. You can't physically
we got action.
move me. You can't do that. What are you doing? I've done nothing wrong. Why are you trying to arrest me? I've done nothing. I don't understand how you can do this to me. I was leaving. How are you going to arrest me?
Stand your big
when
ass
I did
up.
nothing? Is this what you want? I was leaving, sir. You know I was leaving. Why would you do this to me? Why? You need to tell me why. Yeah. Why are you doing this to me when I was
Get her in cuffs.
I don't understand. This never happened to me before.
Streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get the money. I get the money. Bitch, give me what you got.
Stop moving.
Yeah, you just lost me, my guy. I don't give a fuck about losing you, nigga.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
I don't even know who you are. I'm so sorry I lost this random
You're right.
person.
It didn't have to happen this way. If you listened, it wouldn't have happened this way.
You were so aggressive. You physically reached into my car.
because I gave you a verbal order to
Taser.
get out of the car.
But I wasn't feeling safe and I didn't do anything.
That sucks.
I don't understand why you have to be so aggressive.
You didn't listen to my commands.
I was leaving.
Okay.
This gentleman told me I can't be here, so I left. So I was on my way out, and now I'm getting arrested for. There's nothing in my hair except for my hair tie.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, but I don't have anything.
Okay.
Okay, there's nothing. Oh my! There's the piece. There's the piece you broke off my car that you insisted you didn't.
moving.
Can you
Stop moving.
It's right there. It's right there. See it? Did you see it? Do you see the piece of my
We're
car?
gonna be moving you to
Wait, please wait. Please wait. Please, please.
go like this.
Just
Here,
please
stop.
wait.
You're gonna go.
I don't understand how this is happening when I did nothing wrong.
Do this.
This is.
This hold. Follow exact. Nope, let go completely.
Oh my
Turn
God.
the other way.
Who's gonna take care of my dog and my stuff?
And then go through
Wait.
her arm.
You guys don't
Go
care
up
anything
and
about
over
me,
her arm.
do you? I'm just a criminal
Let-
to you now.
Through there and up
You're
and
gonna
over her
sip of
shoulder. There
water
you go.
even? What about my? Can I ask what's gonna happen to my stuff, my car? No one cares. No one cares. No one gives a shit.
Ma'am, you haven't listened to anything that I've said.
Because you're not making me feel safe, and you broke into my car. There's the piece I
Get in
need.
the car.
What's gonna happen to my car?
Get in the car.
Can you answer me? Why are you guys so horribly aggressive?
Get in the vehicle.
All I did was not listen to you, and you're treating me like this.
If you want, we can hog tie you, or you can get in the car.
No, I absolutely don't want that. Jesus, can I ask what happened to my phone or my belongings?
I'll get your phone.
Why are you treating me like this?
We need a statement from him.
Sorry about all that.
That's all
But,
good. Do you have an ID on you real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. All I did was, the whole situation stemmed from all I did was ask her that she can't have her dog out here.
Yeah.
And that just pissed her right off. She did not, then I got called all kinds of names and she went to leave. But she's not very, not a very friendly person. There's me.
Thank you.
The email has changed a little bit. There's the number. Was somebody else complaining about her?
No.
That was perfect timing.
I was just coming over here to do an area check. I like to check the, like, especially where people are hiking and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
came over
I
here to
forgot
check
about them,
that,
too.
and you called me over, and I was like, okay. Okay. So, can you just run through what happened with
All right,
her?
I'm right here.
Surchargation with the dog. The dog didn't even do nothing. Surcharge. The dog didn't even do nothing. That actually makes it funnier. The dog just sitting back, just being a dog. He get put down too.
Yeah.
All set. I'm here every day.
That's great.
Yep.
Most of the day, so I know what traffic's like. I know people out here. This car, I mean, really fast. So I was
Right.
like, I got up to go out here because we had kids hiking.
Yeah.
So I went out and I walked through the gate and I was just looking to see who it was. And I can hear her going, saying things like, "What the fuck you looking at, old man, motherfucker? Get the fuck out!" I mean, just went off like that. Not talking to me, but like she wants me to hear. I'm like, dang, somebody's having a bad day. So then I came back, and I was gonna get in that ATV, and I was gonna go do a check,
Right.
like I do in first thing in the morning. And I figured I'd just leave her alone. Maybe a walk will help this person. But then she had her dog, no vest.
Right.
We have complaints like you wouldn't believe from patrons and dogs.
Right.
And we signs are everywhere. So I said, you can't have that dog at her. She's like, then she went ate on that, going, it's a service dog in training. I'm like, you have to have a vest. And then that's when she blew up and just started with the profanity, heading back to her car. And that was it.
Bro, I don't know what Derek's on today. I didn't even do nothing to you. But you can get out here and get out of here, bro.
It's good.
I don't know what you decided last night on Sunday. I'm a start irrelevant shit with Coop. You can get timed out again. Come back.
Okay. And then.
But I pointed because I wanted you to know, man, she was belligerent.
Right.
And she was probably going to turn around.
Right. So you called me over there, and then I was just trying to get the info, and then she wasn't listening to my commands, and
Correct.
And now she's going to jail because all she had to do was listen, and she could have been on her way. So
I think she's got some mental issues. She probably should get checked.
yeah.
She get you?
Yeah. This is, I think, the window. I'm not. It's all bruised up though.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all good.
If people would just comply, I don't understand.
Yeah,
so many things. You know?
I don't get it because all she had to do was listen, and then she wouldn't have had to go to jail.
Yeah.
So basically, he tells her to leave just because she doesn't have a legit service dog.
Good question. CDT says, how much do it cost to block Derek for the day? Usually I would go high, but I'm gonna go low today. Send me 20, CDT.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
CDT, I'm gonna do it for the low today, CDT. I usually send much higher. $20. Anybody that ponies up $20, we can get Derek the fuck out of here. See you Wednesday. Bye.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
And he's like, you can't be here. And so she starts swearing at him. I was just doing an area check, so I just came over, and he started pointing at her and like,
but don't free him,
waving me down. And then he gets off. He comes over towards me, and he's telling me that the disturbance happened. I haven't gotten much details, but she's reaching for shit in her car, and I say stop reaching, and she doesn't stop reaching. So then I say get out of the car. And I have no idea what happened at this point. Literally, she could have just left, but instead she wanted to fight me. I told her to get out of the car. She wouldn't get out of the car, so then she started rolling up her window, though, at the same time. So then I pushed down on the window and am able to open it from the inside, so that way she can that way I'm in between the car and her. And I get the door open, and then I just wait for you guys, and then you saw the rest. So, but it didn't have to be anything. Literally, she could have just left, but then she wanted to fight me and not listen to any of my orders. And yeah, it was a stupid thing, but yeah.
There we have it. Sir Charles said, I'm going to start a reaction channel strictly about insane dogs, worshippers, and Karens, exposing how disgusting our overboard dog culture can be in America. Not that all dogs and owners are crazy, just most. Yeah, it's a lot of crazy people. I personally can't stand when people, Sir Charles, when people have dogs that they can control. You a 65-year-old woman, 75-year-old woman, weigh 80 pounds, but you got a 250-pound mastiff. Like, no.
Access denied.
That's the bullshit that I can't stand, Sir Charge. And on a personal note, I don't like when people have like 1 million dogs. Like you go over their house and there's 47 fucking dogs there, and they live in a 2-bedroom apartment. No, thank you. But yeah, that's my thing. My thing is more when they can't control their dogs. If you're gonna have you a big ass dog, you better be able to control that shit. That's just my thing. Let's see. Salute to Charles N. Dig, who is now our show sponsor. Salute to you, Charles. Thank you so much, man. Salute to you, Charles. Can I say something about that black fatigue shit? This is what I was saying, man. First of all, so many of our things that we start get co-opted by white people. And when I'm talking about this, I'm not talking about all white people. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the suspected white supremacists. Not regular white folks. If you're not a white supremacist or you ain't racist, I ain't talking to you. So if it don't apply, let it fly. But they co-opt shit that we have already talked about and done. Like the whole term black fatigue, it comes from a book that was written in 2020 by a black woman talking about black fatigue, meaning black people tired of dealing with white supremacy. So they take our shit and run with it. But here's the thing. I expect goddamn crackers to be crackers. I expect white folk, racist white people, to do our shit. Thank you, Kareem. They stole woke. I was going to speak on that as well. Motherfuckers was saying stay woke in the 60s, bro. They were saying stay woke back in the 60s. Just stay woke, man. Keep your head on the swivel. Know what's really going on. But what did they do? They took that and corrupted and changed it to a bunch of shit. And the crazy thing is, all you will see is woke, woke, woke. You ask one of these goddamn crackers to define that shit, they can't even do it. But that's the shit. Again, crackers gonna crack. So I'm not tripping on seeing white folk on the internet, black fatigue, I'm so tired of black people. I don't care. That's what the fuck they gonna do. But to hear that shit from other black people, it's just mind-blowing, man. Like I said, I saw Anton Daniels make a video about that shit last week, and I was just in shock. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I rock with Anton. We're in the same city. I done played plenty of his content. People have always asked me why I hadn't like reached out to rock with him or something like that. My gut was just like, I think I'm good. And then they kind of answered it for me last week with that shit, bro. Again, are black people perfect? Hell no. But here's the thing. It really shouldn't have to be said, but this is sometimes you have to explain dumb shit. There's fucked up people in every single racial group. There's fucked up people in every single racial group. It's just when it's a black person, it's fucking amplified. And everybody, oh, we all got a problem with it. Fuck all y'all. Goddamn black fatigue. I got cracker fatigue. I got Sambo fatigue. And me, I just don't really like people in general. Like, but for all of us to be put in one group, this is because we're a monolith. It goes back to what I just said. And we're going to get to the next clip. I just got to talk about this for a second. It goes back to what I just said about the dash cams. I'm telling you, I done watched hundreds and hundreds of dash cams, more than I've even shared on this stream, because for every one I play, for every dash cam I do play, I might watch like 5 of them just to find one good one.
Thanks for the tip.
And it's under the comments of every single one. If it's a black person, it's look at those animals, look at those creatures. It's a culture. If it's a white person, it's just that individual. We're judged as a monolith on one person's action, opposed to when white people, they look at it strictly as a white person. Because I tell you this, all them goddamn crackers ran up on in the Senate January 6th, I never heard one white person say that set us back 100 years or that's representation for all white people, man. And it even goes a little deeper. Even goes a little bit deeper. Because I've done this my goddamn self. Go on YouTube and type this in YouTube. The problem with black culture. The problem with black culture. You will see a million goddamn videos of black content creators talking that shit, and then white content creators talking that shit. Type in the problem with white culture. You won't see nothing. You'll find zero. I've done it myself. 0 videos on the shit. So again, white people, I expect white people to be white people. Like, they're going to be racist. They're going to throw rocks and hide their hands. They're going to talk shit and act like they're being victimized. That's fine. But to see black people, other black people regurgitating this same bullshit as if it's not fucked up people of all races, I'm not saying we don't need to get our shit together. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is there's fucked up people of every single group. But it's like that shit just get lost in translation. And then you have the goddamn Sambos backing that shit up. Fucking you fucking Sambos and you goddamn bootlickers for these goddamn crackers. I hate all y'all. I just had to get that off my fucking chest. All right, we're going to move on. Salute to you, Charles and Dig. I'm sorry, man. I just had to get that off my chest. Salute to you, Charles. Thank you so much for the $30. And then you can see him, man. You can see him pop up in our chat, too. You can see him pop up in our chat, because whenever I reach the subject, they come, oh, man, they peek their head out, try not to coon too much and get back into and go back to ninja watching, bro. They be popping up in our chat, too, man. Salute to you, Charles. Thank you so much, man. All right, I'm done ranting. Let me grab these super chats that we get on to the clip, man. I just had to get that off my chest, man. Valerie Dixon with the $5 super chat. Theo, did you hear about the mother that geared up her son for mass killing? I did not.
Access denied.
Great T News, I see you. I did not see that, Valerie. Not at all. Did you hear about the mother that geared up her son for mass killing? No, I did not. I don't even know what state that in. I didn't hear about that, Valerie. Y'all, somebody educate me in the chat. I didn't hear about that. That's terrible. Salute to you, Valerie. Thank you so much. Don't tell me CDT Beast with the $20 bomb. What you got, bro?
The money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
Let's see. He says, get him out of here. All right.
It's good.
T. Orlando says, did you see the white supremacists who called Jason Black this weekend? No, T. Orlando. I think I was watching a little bit of Jason on Friday. I did not see it. Get him out of here and tell him to kiss my ass. And I knew, you bastard. Derek Gaines better not pop his head back up in this chat, because you're fucking done, son. Let's see. Salute to CDT Beast. Make sure all y'all subscribe to the homie CDT Beast. Y'all already know what to do.
Sir, can you do me a favor and make a phone call for me?
When you get to the jail.
Oh, kiss my ass in front of Macy's at high noon. You bastard!
Salute to you, CDT. Thank you so much for the $20 bomb. B.E. Tillman. What's going on, B.E.? Says, don't get the issue with holding our own people accountable. I don't know the platform it happened on, but we definitely should not go on other platforms and talk down on our own. It's just, again, you can be critical of your own people, but I hate when it's backing up racist ass white people who clearly have a narrative that they're trying to push, and they just backing them up. It's like, it was some black people on Twitter. They was doing after the Austin, Carmelo Anthony, Austin Metcalf shit. They're apologizing for black people. They're apologizing to white people for black people. Like, man, get your Sambo ass the fuck out of here, bro. That shit blew my mind. If y'all see them clips of them goddamn Sambos, white people, I apologize. If you don't...
Shut up, bitch.
I ain't heard no goddamn apology. I ain't heard no goddamn apology when they kill our people, when they destroy towns, when they get caught doing extremely racist shit. Get the fuck out of here, bro. That shit's crazy. Salute to you, CDT Beats. Derek Gaines, you're fucking done, son. Salute to Mr. Gino. What you got, OG? We need 400 years of fuck shit to catch up. Exactly, man.
Goddamn right.
Exactly, man. I don't want to hear shit about no fucking black fatigue compared to all the shit that white people done did throughout the history of not only this country, this whole motherfucking world, man. Don't tell me some fucking black fatigue. Get the fuck out of here, bro. That's just me, man. That's just me. Salute to you, Mr. Gino. I ain't saying you got to think like I think, but that's just me, man. I'd be damned if I hear some bullshit from some goddamn white person or tell me about being a fucking degenerate. Are you goddamn kidding me? These motherfuckers used to go with their children to watch us get hung after fucking church on Sundays. I talked about this shit. You want to talk about some fucking animals? Out your goddamn mind, man. It'd take us centuries to catch up with those fucking degenerates, man. Woosah, Coop. Salute to you, Mr. Gino. Appreciate you, bro. Salute to the Little Gaming Channel with the $20 bomb. Salute to you, Little Gaming Channel, man. Appreciate y'all, man. I mean to go on a tangent over here on some Kendra G Reaction Day. My apologies. He says, block that ninja till next sunrise.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
Hear me and hear me well, Derek Gaines. Don't bring your black ass back to this chat. So it's the Little Gaming Channel out of nowhere. I figured CDT was going to do it. Salute to the Little Gaming Channel out of nowhere. Like, get him out of here. Get him out of here. Derek Gaines, don't show your face back in this chat. I think I only tied him out for 10 minutes. It's probably been close to it. If you come back, you're fucking done, son. We'll see you on Wednesday. Salute to Cincinnati, bro. Salute to your Little Gaming Channel for the $20 bomb. Thank you so much, man. All right. I had to get it out of my chest. Now we can move on to the next clip. Thank you so much, Little Gaming Channel. Derek, don't nobody like you, bro. We gonna move on. All right, so we had that dude Terrence on Friday, the dude who called in. He was 3 bourbons short. All I remember his name was Terrence, and he was 51 because he kept saying that shit. Oh, I'm sorry, I got one more super chat. Thank you so much, Little Gaming Channel. Make sure y'all subscribe to the homie Little Gaming Channel as well. Derek Gaines, you're a wanted man. Project Leroy says black fatigue was a term white supremacists created after the lady called the 5-year-old child the N-word. Yeah, exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying. The original term, it was a book that came out in 2020. It was written by a black woman about white supremacy. So they went and took that title of the book and they changed it, just like they changed woke into this, what they have now. And this particular, oh my God, black people just bother me. Shut up. And you'd be shocked at how many white people don't even interact with black people on a regular basis. Because black people aren't everywhere in the country. We ain't in fucking Montana, fucking West Virginia, Maine, North Dakota, South Dakota. We ain't only in a handful of places. These motherfuckers probably don't interact with black people at all. I got black fatigue. You shut your crack ass up.
Bang! It's good!
Moving on. Let's see. Who called you a coon? I ain't call you a coon. Let's see. I don't know what Will Humans talk about. I didn't call you no coon, bro. Let's see. Let me see. Let's move on. Salute to you, Project Leroy. Who called you a coon? Let's see. Florida Dash Cavity. Shut up, skinny boy. Salute to you, skinny boy. And we got another one as well. Let's get to the content, bro. Let's see. All right. Kendra and Zach react to Terrence, the 51-year-old from last week. That's all I got, bro. Here we go. Let's go.
He's going to tell me from the top he's drunk. And he has a lot to get off his chest. So we wanted to hear Zach's perspective.
He came on your show drunk?
Oh, yeah. Drunk and drinking at the same time. So this is Terrence. So let's just start with Terrence.
Late now.
Ooh. Terrence, you ready?
Man, shit, let's go. Let's go.
All right, Terrence, look in the camera. This your first time here?
No, I coming back. I'm giving you an update. I think I came on here like 3 months ago, and I came on here on some humble, grown man, straightforward, integrity, moral shit, and people beat me up in the comments saying I gotta be gay. I should look for a man because I don't want a woman who wear makeup and fake hair and all this other shit. Here, tonight you caught me with 3 bourbons in. So I'm gonna give you the real brother perspective because I get tired when I come on here and I see our black men and our demographic. I'm 51. I just had a birthday.
Okay. When was your birthday?
April 5th. I'm an Aries all day. Fire sign, we rule the world. Let's go. I done let my beard grow out. I ain't even shaved my hair today. You can see the LeBron the whole time. Let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
But let me tell you something, though. Here's what I'm going to say respectfully, and I'm going to say this respectfully before your audience out there, Kendra. I'm going to tell you right now. I don't want you to take this the wrong way or the right way.
Hold on, real quick. Get into the middle.
What we know podcast. What's going on? What we know. So now Kendra is reacting to her own videos. That's smart. It is smart, bro. Definitely is.
I'm not in the middle. Right about
Here we go. Here we go. That's good. Okay.
Okay. So respectfully, and I've been Kevin Samuels before I even knew who Kevin Samuels was.
I've been trained.
Clean dress. I'm a 1974 baby. Earth, Wind, and Fire. All that. Cadillac driving, the whole nine. Go to work. Go to school. Educated. Come from a single family home, raised by strong women. Never knew who my father was. Wanted different my whole life. Was married. Got married twice. Met my first 2 wives on my first ship in the military. God will show me what it was. I was married for 20 years till my wife went to heaven. Got 2 beautiful daughters. Got my son out of wedlock. And here's the thing where I'm at 51.
I'm sorry to keep stopping. Cree says I didn't know we could react to your own. Hey, you can react to your own shit. Hell yeah. How most people do it, this is a little quick YouTube shit. How most people do it like this, Cree, or all my other content creators in the chat. Let me fill y'all in. You usually like they'll live stream. Like, I'll give you an example. I usually don't do it, but the vast majority of people do it like this. I apologize for dropping a little YouTube game for my content creators. I usually don't, but the vast majority of YouTubers do. This is what I mean. If they live stream, whatever topics they discuss, they'll break those down into individual videos. You can do that, and then you can react to that shit as well. I look at Michonne. You can tell that's what Michonne does on all her videos. She breaks up her live stream into individual videos, and then you can react to it as well. Yeah, all that shit's fair game.
I'm a grown man who's lived a life, never wanted a woman, nothing more for love. But when I came on your show the first time, let me tell you something about me being a red man, something that light-skinned people go through their entire life. I got thick alligator skin. You ain't gonna hurt my pride at all by that because we have our own battles. But these women and men on your page, oh, you don't like this because you got preference, you got morals, you got integrity, you want a woman of substance. I have had great many chats with women after that thing now. But let me tell you something what women do. They fizzle out because what women in our culture, what they don't want to do.
God damn, just say it.
Forth more so effort. I'm 51. Any woman on this demographic, they beat me up because I said, oh, how you want a woman who's in her 30s or 40s and that you want their children to be graduating high school and everything else. Because what I'm not going to come into and what most men ain't going to do when they come on your page and tell you, I ain't going to raise your problems. That you had babies with men that you shouldn't have babies with. Now you want great men to come in here and be exception and clean up your mess. I'm going to tell you right now at 51 on what I'm not going to do. And I don't have to do. And men my age and our demographic, what we don't have to do is pick you. Let me tell you something. I went to the Happy Massage Place day for $130. That lady rubbed me down for an hour and a half, gave me a happy tug ending. I'm good for the next 3, 4, 5 days.
Hold on, what did he say?
Right there. So I'm reminded, but he said he went to a happy massage and the woman rubbed him down. So basically, he paid a woman to rub him down, and he's sexually pleased for the next 5 days or so. So I can rewind it because I'm going to pause it again, but I want you to hear what he says after that because it's a package deal, and then I'm going to bring you in to some of the stuff. Okay, so let me just rewind it so I can hear it, and then I'm going to stop it after he says the next big shebang.
That you had babies with men that you shouldn't have babies with. Now you want great men to come in here and be a exception and clean up your mess. I'm going to tell you right now at 51 on what I'm not going to do, and I don't have to do. And men my age and our demographic, what we don't have to do is pick you. Let me tell you something. I went to the happy massage place day for $130. That lady rubbed me down for an hour and a half, gave me a happy tug ending. I'm good for the next 3, 4, 5 days. I bring in $8,500 a month. I could do that twice a week and be happy, and it's cheaper than dating a black woman. I ain't got to pay for hair, nails, deal with your bills, deal with your kids, deal with your BS. And there's a lot of men in your life doing the same thing. You just don't know he doing it.
I'm going to pause right there. Woo, child. So you already see where we're going with Terrence at.
Terrence is on fire. Okay. He came out the gate on fire.
Good.
I do agree with what he's saying about him being 51 and not wanting to raise kids again. Basically what he said he doesn't want to do. I agree with that. And if you guys miss it, he's 51. I think once you hit that age, you kind of should have that right. And that's men and women. If taking care of your kids, you've raised your kids and you're getting back out there in the dating market and you're done with that aspect of your life, I don't think you should have to go back. You should be able to make that choice. So I'm not mad at him saying he don't want to raise nobody else's kids at 51 years old. I get it. Them ain't your kid. Just get you a woman that either doesn't have any children and doesn't want any, or get you a woman that got grown kids. Perfectly fine. Okay.
2 things I want to say. This is why, because it's gonna, there were things like you. I agreed with Terrence to a certain degree. But first thing I want to get this out there. Terrence was married, his wife passed away. So a lot of people were saying he's 51. Single. He's single because his wife passed away, and now he's back on the dating scene. And as we know, he was married for a certain amount of years. He cared for his wife during her sick days. Because his first interview, I really liked Terrence. I thought he was a good gentleman, a good guy. I love that he cared for his wife until the end. And then this interview, child, he just came back spitting.
He on that yak.
Yeah. Only thing I would say to this, Zach, and I stand by this. Because men scream what you don't gotta do. Like Terrence is screaming, he don't gotta do this, he don't gotta do that. Then why are you upset and calling Kendra G? Like you should have the girl or just be happy in the magnitude of the confinement of what you have. But in the truth of the matter, you're really not happy. Because if you were happy, you wouldn't be calling me with so much anger. Like I stand by the man who has the woman that they want. They in the comment section all day going off of other women. They busy with the woman. ASAP Rocky is never on my page. You know why? Because he got Rihanna.
Look, here's what I would say, because what Kendra's doing is also attempting to shame him. It's some truth in what she's saying, but what she's ultimately trying to do is shame him, because if you really got a real woman, you wouldn't be up here focused on this. And she's not. And what that is, of course, it's a passive aggressive dig at the man, but it's also making it seem as if it's something she probably never sat back and wrapped her head around. But it's the fact that some people watch this shit for purely entertainment. Some people do. And I agree. He called back on some other shit, but here's the comment. There's a comment on here that I wanted to read that kind of speaks to this right here. It's a comment right under this exact live stream. So let me pause this for a second and look at it real quick. Right here. There's a comment right here that kind of speaks to it. You can see I actually thumbed it up. Let's see. And I'm going to read. I try to blow it up for y'all can see it, but I'm going to read it. It says, here's the problem with men like Terrence. They believe your platform, talking about Kendra G, your platform should be like Kevin Samuels' platform, to belittle and put women in their place when they have unrealistic demands. Kendra will let people talk and let the viewers be the judge. People like Terrence want people like you who has a big platform to speak on their behalf, which they had in Kevin Samuels. Again, I don't agree with the belittling or put women in their place, but I do agree with this last point. People like Terrence want people like you, Kendra, who have a platform to speak on their behalf, which they had in Kevin Samuels. Yeah, Kendra G ain't KS. So I actually agree with that part of it. Let's get back to it.
He don't give a shit what I say, what another woman say. He got the baddest woman. He happy. He's satisfied. He did what he had to do. So the only thing that makes me wonder is if you truly are happy and you're okay with what's going on, why are you calling me with so much anger?
I think from what I've seen so far, I think that he was saying he is looking, but within that look, he's disqualifying people that he don't want to talk to. Just like we do with any other questions, from, you know, preference to weight, height, money that people make. You know what I'm saying? We got our qualifiers. I think he was saying he just didn't want to raise nobody else kids, from what I've seen so far.
No, that's absolutely true. But then that also means you need a childless 30-year-old woman who wants to date you back. See, this is the part that I think.
Nah, but why she got to be 30?
And also, why does she have to be childless? I don't think he said it. Or, like Zach said, or she can be, he didn't say she had to be 30. Just not dealing with like little kids.
51.
He said he wants somebody in their 30s. Like that's what, like he was saying, because this is the second time around. I don't even have a problem with the guy's age preference, but I hope y'all watching the news and see what happened when Diddy went 20 years younger and see.
Nah.
Listen, it's your life. You can do what you want with it. I really don't care. Like I seriously don't care. But
here's the thing with going younger. The truth of the matter is, Kendra, when you go younger and you're an older man, you got to understand that she might want a child. You know what I'm saying? And you got to lock in. So look at who's an example? Mike Epps. Mike Epps is an example. He went about 20 years younger, but he got that little baby. You know what I'm saying? Two kids. Like when that's the risk, men, that we have to realize. Like if you decide to go younger and you lock in and you decide to marry a younger woman who doesn't have children yet, she might want kids, and then that's your responsibility. You know what I'm saying? To give her what she wants, because you know what I'm saying, you're a husband.
That's true.
That's your responsibility. So you might have to start over.
Okay. Or if you have the money,
thanks for the tip.
You might gotta accept that she might have sex with somebody else and you just don't know it. Women talk too. Like I think that
what? I don't have to accept that.
Well, no, you're not gonna know about it. You're gonna be paying for it. She's gonna tell you. You think the woman gonna tell the man that's financing her lifestyle that she's not being pleased sexually by, that she's getting beat down by a big, like a guy who can give her good sex? You're never gonna find that out.
I don't want to know.
These are just things that women talk amongst their own circles.
Okay. I'm like Mario Winans.
But overall, let's talk about Mike Epps is a multi-millionaire comedian, famous. He was able to pull that off. And I think that unless you're equivalent to like a Mike Epps, because I feel like, okay, before we keep going on our feelings, let's go back to Terrence. We come back to add these in. Terrence gonna give us enough to talk about.
See, tonight you caught the other perspective to the first version that you saw me when I wanted to be on some humble and mature man integrity. Because see, women nowadays, they don't want the nice guy. They don't want Ralph Transfont. They don't want Babyface. No. I can't tell you last time I made love to Maxwell, but I can tell you last time I fucked a little Dirk. Real talk. Here, let me tell you something right now. Don't let it fool you. Men, we play the game. Steve Harvey wrote a book for women to follow by. You know all what men did? We just became chameleons, started taking you to barbecues. Mama gonna lie for us regardless. Big Granny been lying to us for years. They really don't like you. But see, you've been lying to these women.
Hold on, pause.
You've been lying.
Wait, hold on.
I own your ass tonight.
You're not lying to them.
I see you on that little show with Tasha G. And you want to talk about these women. Let me tell you something, Kendra. Let me tell you something.
We can have a dialogue. We can have a dialogue. I don't mind you disagreeing with some of the things that I've said. I don't mind hearing your perspective. But just like I gave you the courtesy to say what you had to say, you're gonna talk to me with respect. Okay, so I can bring you back, but one thing that we're going to
Welcome to Death
one
Row.
thing that we are going to agree to on my platform, you're going to talk to me with respect. You can disagree. You can do that, but you're going to talk to me with respect. I'm not going to allow you to talk to me in a disrespectful manner on my show. That won't be allowed.
I ain't mad at that. Let me grab the super chats real quick. What's going on, Neo? I see you.
What it do, baby?
Neo says KG is a failed female in the story. She has past viability to be with a producer, so of course she finds fault with men's preference for young women. And Neo, and I agree wholeheartedly, Neo. What it is it's just a double standard. It's a hypocrisy. They don't, and I'm telling you, I've said this before. So many women, and of course not all, so many women cannot stand the fact that older men date younger women. They can't stand that shit. But I've said this before. But when they were younger women, they were dating older men.
Bang! Bang! It's good.
It's because the men they age, if they have the option, because let's keep it a buck. Every older man doesn't have that option. Let's keep it 100. Every older man doesn't. But those men who are their same age, if they have the option, they're going to go for younger women. And they can't stand that shit. But if it's a Tracy Ellis Ross getting her back blew out by a dude that's much younger than her, it's go girl. It's all love and praise. But if a man does it, like Kendra G randomly pulled out earlier, I didn't even say anything. Y'all called her out in the chat. I didn't even say anything. If it's an older man with a younger woman, you have to worry about the man not pleasing you right because his dick don't work. You see how Kendra jumped straight to that. But yeah, because the men their age, like I said, even Tracy Ellis Ross, and she don't seem like a bad person, but I was watching that interview with Michelle Obama, and she said it. The men her age want her to be, since she's dated, want her to be in a traditional role, and she don't want to be that shit. What does he mean by traditional role? Man, you 50, I'm 50. I'm gonna want you to cook, clean, do the traditional shit. Cook, clean, and shut the fuck up. And Tracy Ellis Ross like, I ain't willing to do that shit. I'm not willing to fall under a man's guidance. And more power to you. So now she can get taken to Pound Town by a younger dude. I'm not mad at it. I don't give a damn about an older woman dating a younger man because you can't have no kids. So you're not like you can trap the dude. But that's exactly what it is. It's just an hypocrisy. Salute to who we got here? G Honda. What you got? Salute Coop. Just here to support, but I am live at 2:15 and 4, my brother. Hold up.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
You going live twice, my guy? Salute to you, G Honda. I'm going just here to support, but I'm live at 2:15 and 4 o'clock, my brother. But please tell the squatters I'll pay for the I should have never gave y'all that drop. I should have never gave y'all that drop. But hey, man, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, bro.
I pay for the puss, okay. I pay for the puss, okay. I pay for the puss, okay.
Salute to you, G Honda. What you got, Neo? She's in the same WhatsApp group with Tracy Vivica, etc. Exactly. They all have to take the younger man who will scam them. The real shame is they think it's a flex. Yeah, and I think it's kind of sad too. But Vivica Fox was the same thing. Vivica like, I ain't taking that shit. I'm a boss. Those type women, unfortunately, they're not able to be led by men. So, hey, they do what they got to do. Salute to you, G Honda. This made me remember Honey Bae. Well, Honey Bae said this shit the other day. Paying for some bussy when Honey Bae derailed the show the other day with that shit. If you're paying for the bussy, you gay. Salute to Project Leroy. He says Kendra keep bringing up happy when it comes to men. Men have never said anything about being happy when it comes to women, giving out flawed advice. Bro, and I was listening to that, man. I was thinking the same thing. Talking about being happy. You don't really hear men talking about being happy that much, man, because, I mean, of course, subconsciously, Tony Braxton too says Project Leroy. That's a fact. Of course, subconsciously, everyone wants to be happy, but men, we don't lead with that because I've said this before. Men, when it comes to feelings and emotions, some women, probably the majority of women, I think, they have their whole world revolves around their feelings. The whole world revolves around how they feel is how they view the world. Like their feelings and emotions are the top two things about themselves because they're just that important. Men, we're the opposite. We know nobody give a fuck about our feelings, man. Like, we know this. So, like, happiness is not up there at the, man, or like it's up there in the top 5 things or top 10 things that we're focused on. Salute to you, Project Leroy. Let's see, salute to George Smith, channel member for 22 months. Is Kendra paying for the pussy? She might have to be paying for it in a while, bro, or paying for the dick. Salute to you, George Smith. And Kendra G was like that as well. But Kendra G wanted to find her like some boss player, man. But again, those dudes have options, man. Those rich dudes that a woman like Kendra G would go for, they have options. And why would they choose a boss chick? Not even talking about her age, but why would they choose a boss chick when they can go find a woman who doesn't care about that? Salute to Kareem with the $5 super chat. Like clockwork, Kendra goes to the worst possible scenario in her idiotic relationship hypotheticals. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Salute to you, Kareem. Great point, bro.
So are we on board? We on board? Okay, we're on board. Hold on, we're on board.
All right,
Okay.
I apologize. I apologize.
So now I'm going to give you the floor. In what ways have I been lying to women?
First of all, let me tell you something. When you go across your feed and your audience, you got majority of these women asking for things they ain't never had in their life.
So real quick, pause. Stay right there. How is that my fault?
What's that got to do with you?
It's not your fault, but you
Thanks
leave,
for the tip.
You leave the perspective that it's okay to believe your own lie. You tell so many lies that they become true.
Well, no, pause. What I do is, what I've always said, I give the platform. I created a platform for people to reach out if you fit that category. Okay.
Thanks for the tip.
And hold on, I'm gonna let you continue. So there have been times when I have challenged. I'm gonna let you continue. Let me finish. Okay. I got you. There have been times when I have challenged women on their requests. I mean, everybody knows this, and they have said it. I have challenged men. I have challenged women. But at the end of the day, the world is going to tell you what it is, because the guy's either going to reach out to you or the woman's going to reach out to you. So I'm not going to, you can't say I'm lying to the women because I'm just sharing my platform. Now, what do you want to say?
I'm present. Teacher, do I have a right to speak now?
Yes. What do you want to say?
Let me tell you something about majority of your demographic people who are there. They ain't never been out there 90-mile radius. They ain't never been subject, have been exposed to more than what they know out there 90-mile radius. Majority of people, when you watch your platform, women are here wishing upon a star for something they never had. The man who came in him have never had it, but now they want it.
I agree 1,000% with that point.
Facts.
Okay.
Facts.
So listen, I'm not gonna. I wanna say. Yeah. What you gonna say? Want to keep going?
No, I just wanted to say that. So just to what he was saying about blaming you on the platform, it's like I think that you be the realest with women out here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think, Zach, Kendra has gotten slowly but surely. I think she said she's been doing the show for like 4 or 5 years now. Zach, I'll agree that I think over time, it's taken Kendra a long time, but over time, she has gotten better at pointing out the delusion in women. I'll give her that, because I want to be fair. I don't want to just say, oh, Kendra, you just on some bullshit. I do believe that slowly over time, she has gotten somewhat better at pointing out the delusion. So I wouldn't just say it's all Kendra just feeding into the shit, but she does have her moments. But I'll at least acknowledge that.
They be mad at you for giving women a hard time. They'd be like, if this was a woman, Kendra would go crazy. She giving the guys grace. You know what I'm saying?
And that's crazy.
I think you give grace as you see fit. You know what I'm saying? Based off the totality of the situation, not more towards women or more towards men. And, to say that you are leading these women to, everybody get asked the same questions.
Everybody gets asked.
So how am I leading somebody to anybody who comes on, I ask them the same questions that I asked you. So everybody has an even, playing field when they come on this show. So I'm confused on that.
I stand on, I have haters who just want to just wake up and find a reason to be mad at Kendra G. It just kind of is what it is. But I'm always willing, and we're going to go into some other things that he talks about and we get to challenge. But what I would say with that is, see, what I always say is your preference is your preference, right? And Zach, even you said this, the market is going to come back and tell you what it is.
It's going to tell you.
But I have asked women, there's been women that says, he got to make 300K. And then I'll say, if you don't meet a man that makes 300K, are you okay with being single? And she'll say, yes. I can't do nothing with that. That's her life. like everyone has a right to their preferences. And then if I say, if the man you describe doesn't want you back, are you okay doing the rest of your life by yourself? And if her answer is yes, it is a fair answer. That's the end of the story. And yes, I want to say I have delusional women, but I feel like, and Terrence does not know this, he is a delusional man, because he wants a certain woman that he cannot get, right? Because if you can get the woman that you can get, you would be with that woman. You wouldn't be begging for happy endings, okay? So the woman that is willing to align with you probably is a woman that has 5 kids that you don't want. Okay, so at some point in time, I don't know why this is a hard pill for some men to swallow, but every man can't get the girl that he wants.
But that's not a hard pill for men to swallow. That's everyone. That's everyone. Regardless of you young, old, black, white, male, or female, that's everyone. That's everyone. And I'm not trying to be mean. Can't that be said for you, Kendra? Zandra, can't that be said for Kendra as well? What's going on, Daniel? I see you. Like Kendra, like I've said this before, Kendra G really doesn't like men. She tries to hide it. She tries to keep it low key, but you can't hide who you are. It's hard for men. Like, men ain't walking around here like, I want a dime. Men, look, on a delusion, and you might say, well, Theo, you biased because you are a man. Maybe that's so. But I don't think men and women on the delusion scale, I don't think it compares. I don't believe that men are as delusional as women. Are there some delusional men? Absolutely. There's some of everything. But even looking at Kendra G callers, the delusion level is not the same. But what she just said applies to everyone, not just particularly men. Because I don't hear men walking around saying, I want a 10, I want a woman that's a 10 in looks, all this kind of shit, do all the men will go down. I salute to the rest in peace to the Godfather, because he used to say this. Men will go down in looks for cooperation. A man will go down in looks. A man will take a woman that's not as attractive for another woman who just will get on this program. So let him cook for a second. I'm glad a super chat.
Men accept that?
Well, I think men accept that more than women do.
Thank you. Thank you, Zach. Thank you.
Because we're the ones that usually are the ones shooting our shot. We're the ones that, initiate the relationship. We're the ones that propose. To Terrence thing, Terrence was married, right? You said, right? Mm-hmm. And his wife had passed away?
His wife passed away, yes.
So he was married to somebody that, gave him that, you know what I'm saying? Right. So he has had it, you know what I'm saying? I think he was saying that these women ain't never had what they are asking for in no aspect. Like, your baby daddy ain't this, you're this, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, I want this type of guy.
Well, I think that, and again, that's why I said the first interview, I really enjoyed Terrence. I think he had a lot of great qualities. But what happened is, now that Terrence is 51 and single in 2025, I think he had a real substance relationship with his wife that passed away. Mm-hmm. And now he's trying to find this substance again, but he wants it to be younger. He doesn't want a woman that has a certain amount of kids. And again, the woman that he's describing is a highly sought out woman. She's in shape, she's pretty, may not I'm not sure if you couldn't have no kids. I got to watch his first interview, but it was something with the kid category. He has grown kids from his wife that passed away. But I stand on, if the woman he wanted him back, there will be no conversation.
It wouldn't be no problem. I see what you're saying on that.
So the woman that is probably giving him the attention is the woman he's going to further explain that he does not want. So he will settle for happy endings in the meantime instead of a relationship, and that's fine too. But let's keep going. There's more. But I will stand on. I think there are a big portion of men online, because I will say this: the men in my comment section, and I have said this in my comment section, y'all are nothing like the men I know in real life. Like I just like the men in my real life just don't act like this. Like I know my good life, I even might, let's say they do have an opinion, but they're so happy they have no desire in someone's heart, right? It's like they have no desire to say, oh, you're out of weight and you got too many kids, no one's gonna want you. Because
now that is something. Now it's a lot of truth to that. A lot of, like, when you see guys trying to go out their way to tell women this, that, and that, you got to watch that. You know,
I'm with you on that, because
it's some insecurities that lie within that. It's like, oh, you shouldn't be asking for this. I don't care what you ask for. I wasn't gonna talk to you no way. So I don't care to down you either. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't. Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
No, I know the energy, because like I said, like, and you're one of the men in my real life. Like, I mean, you give truth, but you don't give it to like try to break someone's heart. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't care to do that.
Yeah, that's not your soul, because you are happy in your life. You're thriving. You don't mind giving an educational moment that could probably help, but it's not like you don't take joy in. Listen, bitch, you got 17 kids. Somebody don't want your fat ass with you living on with. Like, that's not the energy.
Yeah, that just means you got to be nastier. The more kids you have, women, the nastier you got to be to that next man. That's the truth. See,
and to be fair, let me grab the super chats. To be fair, I understand what Kendra G is saying. There are some guys who have made content where you could tell like they may have like issue with women, and then salute to Grown Folk Talk, because she actually laid this on me one time. She was like, I can tell watching like some of the like male content creators in this niche, and she was like, I can kind of see the ones that like they have a problem with women. But she's like, but that's not you. And I've actually had women message me like, I had a woman message me say that like, I don't like the fact that you critique women. And I'm like, who the fuck are you? Like, just random message this lady sent me. But I at least appreciate you don't come off as like you hate women. I'm like, because I don't hate women. Like, because I don't. So I can understand that perspective. But also from Kendra G, you can't tell anybody how they can say things. But then also, everybody's not going to, what's the saying? Some people need a pat on the back. Some people need a kick in the ass. Everyone's not going to pat you in the back. Some people only know kicking you in the ass. So it's kind of, and that's also to me involves kind of women want to be talked to in a certain fashion. Like they don't want you to be as direct as like men talking to other people. Nah, I get it, but let's see. Salute to AD Blackman with the $20 bomb. What you got, AD?
The money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
And I hate when kids talk about the men in her life. Let's say that real quick. The men in my life, that don't mean shit. Those dudes you know who not fucking with you.
Bang!
And then also don't like when people say things that can't be calculated or can't be quantified. The men in my, anybody can say that. I can say all the bitches in my life, they know to eat this gooch. Like what? Like that's just you talking. But regardless, so it's the AD Blackman with a $20 bomb. He says the ED convo is so played out. All men need to do is work out, drink water, eat watermelon cucumber. Also got pills available in honey. If he has issues staying up for you, he don't care enough about you to please you. But here's the thing, man. Suit you, AD Blackman with the $20 bomb. But Kendra G, man, she don't, like I said, man, I don't think I think Kendra G hates men. I mean, I just thoroughly, I think that, yeah, I say, Coop, maybe you're going a bit too far, and maybe I am. But that's just after watching this content for almost 3 years, 3+ years, because I was watching it before I started my channel. We'll be at 3 years next month, too. I just think she hates men. So any opportunity she has to get a one-up on the men, she's going to do that. And ED is kind of her go-to. But I'll tell you this, salute to AD Blackman for getting me this hoodie. And for the first time in a long time, I'm not dusty. I don't need to worry about my education now.
You need to be trying to get an education because your looks ain't gonna get you paid. Because you're not that cute.
And your hair is uneven. You look dusty.
Salute to you, AD Blackburn, for the $20 bomb. Appreciate you, AD. Salute to, who we have, Devontae? Salute to Devontae. He says, old women want younger men to take, old women want younger men to make them feel young again. I definitely think there's some truth to that. Yeah, I'm stupid. I definitely think there's some truth to that, Devontae. But I don't think, I've actually polled these squadettes in the chat one time to ask, would they prefer a younger man like to be in a relationship with them? And 90% of them said no. I remember it was one woman who popped in the chat and said, I'm married to a man that's 14 years younger than me and he's in charge. And I was like, okay, well, hit dog holler. I'll never forget that she hopped in the chat. I was just messing with her, but I'm like, okay, so you're the exception to the rule. But yeah, I'm not mad at that. Older women want younger men to make them feel younger. Yeah, absolutely. But I don't think, and I'm pretty firm and I'm pretty confident in my answer, I don't think that women want younger men to be in a relationship in which they lead them. Like they're married to a younger man because younger men tend not to have the experience as older men. Older men, you get older, you get wiser, your income is better, things like that. I think if women had the choice, if Kendra G had the choice, if Tracy Ellis Ross or Vivica, they would have a man that's their age or older, as long as he still met those other prerequisites, if you will. But yeah, you're right, bro. Salute to you, man. Salute to Do Better Thing with the $50 bomb. Hide the money, y'all.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
Xandra says, never. I'm 34. My man is 55. Kathy says, I want someone in my age group. Exactly. And I think that goes for the majority of women. Reese says she's never cared. Okay. I think that goes for the majority of women. Now, just taking the Pound Town, that don't matter, bro, as long as they of age.
Take me to Pound Town. Take me to Pound Town.
Destination Pound Town, different thing. But I think if we're talking about marriage and being in a committed relationship, I think that the majority of them would prefer a man their age or older. Just my 2 cents. Squadettes, let me know in the chat. Go Creaky says all a young tender can do is knock it down. That's about it. Exactly, Creaky. So to Do Better Thing, who is now our show sponsor, since I've been outlawed to trick on Janessa I guess I donate my interest, but I'll pay for the okay, you can pay for a real show. I forgot I outlawed I forgot about that. Yeah, I was cuffing for I'm cock blocking on Janessa's behalf. Salute to you, Do Better Thing. You are now our show sponsor. Thank you so much, man. And yeah, it's done. I'll play it again, bro. Go ahead, bro.
I pay for the puss, okay. I pay for the puss, okay. I pay for the puss, okay.
Salute to you, Do Better Thing. Give me 1 second to get you updated. Salute to Mr. Gino. He says, there are 2 whole generations of women that just don't know how to behave. Men want peace more than anything.
Goddamn right.
Talk to him, OG. That's a fact, man. That's a fact, man. Peace over everything. Peace over looks. Peace over money. Peace over head. Yeah, peace over everything, bro. That's a fact, Mr. Gino. Salute to Cujo. Bitch, you don't have any men in your real life. That's what I'm saying, bro. Cujo, that's just a talking point, bro. That's Joker Tango. We're going to throw that right in the Joker Tango pile, Cujo. It's just talk. If you guys are unfamiliar, Joker Tango is an acronym. It means just talking. It means the word salad. It means nothing. Salute to you, Cujo. Salute to 80 back in the super chat. Also, Theo's hoodie is available here at Etsy. Speed pay video on my channel. Now, hush in Jesus' name. Gina from Martin, I see you.
What it do, baby?
All right, let's get back to it. But I do want to, I don't mind. I'll play it one time. All right, let's go.
Hey. Stop her. Hush, hush. Silence in the name of Jesus. I lift my hands into the only voice I want heard is his. So praise.
All right. Appreciate you, AD. All right, let's get back to it.
Problem is, Y'all trying to come in here. You think you're supposed to get saved when you got a lot of kids. When you got a lot of kids, he already know you got a lot of kids. He know you having sex. He know it's good.
Silence.
But the more for every child you have, the nastier you need to be. Take it up a level.
I ain't mad at that, Zach.
That's how. If you want to get married, that's all I'm saying. You gotta do something. You gotta do something so nasty that he turn around and be like, you know what? I don't care about these kids. I am about to take this woman. This is my woman. I love her and them babies.
Zach, stupid.
Yeah. Hush. The nastier you are.
You gotta be a freak.
Gotta be. Especially at the older and if you got if you got children, you gotta be nasty. Be nasty, and he'll be like, you know what? I like this. And consistent. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh my God. I wasn't expecting that, Zach. Okay.
I know that went left.
I disagree with you wholeheartedly. I think
you got women on here talking about they want a man who made $250,000 when she barely made $65,000 before taxes.
Hold on,
you got women who've been driving Hondas their entire life, don't even know what it costs to pay an oil change or get brakes for a foreign car.
Well,
my last 3 cars have been foreign cars.
Okay,
but
hold on. We have to have a dialogue. So you have to let. I know you've been drinking, so I'm trying to get.
Whoa.
Hold on, Terrence. Listen.
Just because I had a bourbon or two.
Here's the deal. We can't talk over each other.
I've been
drinking. I want to say this. I'm going to allow you to express yourself. There's no problem there. But we have to have this back and forth convo. So one thing you just said, as a man, you know, if a man has $250K, whether the woman has $65K or not, there's men who make more than that will wipe up a bottle girl who makes $20,000. So that money equation that you just said doesn't really align, because on the flip side, I get women that make $250K and feel as though because they make $250K, they deserve the man that makes $250K. And as a man, you should know a man with that kind of money is not always worried about the salary. Terrence, you just want to talk. Let's listen, and you don't have to raise your hand. This is not classroom. What do you want to say?
Realistically, Kendra, let me tell you something. The most money I made in my life in these past years, I top it 140. I've never known anyone personally in my circle in my entire life who's made $250K. I know people who with masters and made 6 figures. They're married to a dual income. I've been dual income.
You gotta get some more friends.
Entire life.
You got to get some more friends.
I've had jobs where I made $85K. I have jobs where I made $90K. I have jobs where I made $50K and $60K. But when my wife was here, we made what we made. Been dual income my entire life, and together we had the perfect life. People get on here and they hype up things that they never know about. I've been in these circles. I know people who are self-made. I don't have a running circle of people who made $250K. I got a great grade of quality friends from the military who's retired. Them and their spouse, they're living fabulous. They're living within their means. On an average day, if I want to go to Gucci and buy Gucci, fine. If I want to drive my BMW, fine. If I want to drive a Honda, fine. If I want to send my young adult children what I do every month, to be a father, to assist them, not because they need it, there's a difference. You have women that come on this page with writings on the wall, no curtains, bad furniture, bad hairdos, bad everything, bad baby daddies with men that they allowed to see them that know they wasn't shit. Now you want more. Let's be realistic.
Thanks for the tip.
Let's see. MRL says salary is a mute point. He trying to convey a message that he needed to have made sober. Exactly, MRL. Exactly.
I walk right past you all day. We ain't even have the same conversation. We're not even in the same clubs. We're not even in the same stores. I've been shopping at the same top sale stores for the past 20 years.
And I'm sorry to stop it again, but Project Libra says, dude, why do you care? Exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying. I can agree with the fact. I agree with. It makes me lean towards what something was Kendra saying. Like, if you kind of had it, you wouldn't be bragging about what you got and all that kind of shit. That's just not it for me. He's missing the mark, and I think it's because of that bourbon.
I'm not going to meet majority, 60% of people who's on your page who want this high income. First of all, I don't shop at City Trends.
What?
I don't shop at Target.
Huh? I'm going to pause it right there for a second.
Yeah, we can go without that.
And I stand by this. I said that the money conversation is the biggest barrier we have in dating. I feel like in the new way of dating. I saw you wanted to say a lot of things. You kept saying that you need to get a new circle of friends.
First of all, you do need to get a new circle in the 50s, and you don't know nobody make 250. You know, I guess he was trying to say that it wasn't his norm. Or maybe I just have a blessed circle of friends, and that might be the thing. So I don't want to take my, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? Go ahead.
But I know a lot of people who make over $200,000 that are much younger than he is. You know what I'm saying? So those men do exist. Those guys do exist. Now, what they looking for, you know what I'm saying, that may be changed, or they may have a lot of options. They may not be ready to settle down because they know it's not a lot of them that can do that. So that may be the thing. But I don't know. I think with this,
I feel like I want to add on to what you're saying because I don't want to. Wait, go ahead. If you had another thought, I'll wait.
No, go to the money. My next thought was something else that I would notice.
For the money portion, this is what I've learned. I literally have been probably in every tax bracket that you can think of.
Thanks for the tip.
So, like every tax bracket I've been.
Right. You've lived them all.
I grew. I worked through them all. There was a time. I'm in my first radio job. I made $20,000, and my salary was $20K, and they expected me to make $20K like in appearances, because in radio, you know, you have live things. So I had a hardcore 20,000 salary, and then 20,000 was gonna be the extra amount. So it was a 40,000 job. My first full-time job out of college. And my mother, I remember my mother, rest her soul, because I was going, she's like, how are you gonna live off of $40,000? And I was like, Ma, I'll just become a stripper if I can't, like, joke with it or whatever. Now I'm blessed enough to say I can't even imagine. Like I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna talk. I don't want to talk about money. But what I will say is the internet connects us all, and this is where it gets a challenge, right? Because for parents, real life, that instance, and that's not a bad salary, 100K plus circle, that's not a bad salary. But you can't put that on everybody watching. Like now I'm in a circle where people make more than 140K a month. Like if it's a bad month if you cashing out 140K. So I think what happened is this: we have this big soundboard, and now we're all hearing other people's realities, and we're judging their reality because it doesn't align with ours. Instead of just saying, "Oh, that's her reality," you know. And he went to, and he brought up this money thing because I am gonna have to kind of bring up my money to a certain degree because he said something, but I feel like that's the biggest thing. That's why it's just like play in the lane that wants to play with you.
And I agree. I also think Zach was wilding for the 250K. But what people have to realize is that, again, we talk about this all the time. What the majority, we don't speak to the exceptions. We talk about the majority. The majority of people don't make $250,000, Zach. The majority of people, Kendra G, don't make $140,000 a month and shit. Like, that's not the majority of people. But what the issue is, once you start making more money, people tend to forget that they tend to look at it only from their perspective of how much money they make opposed to what the average person makes. That's more of the issue.
Yeah, I think you definitely should date close to your I guess I don't know. I'm torn on when it comes to money, Kendra, and the reason I'm torn is because money is different things for each gender. Okay, like with guys, the more money you got, the more access you got. I don't care how ugly you look. I don't care how you could be missing your teeth. You can stink a little bit.
Exactly. And with women, the finer you are, the more access you have.
But if you got enough money, you can get a beautiful woman, and you can get them to do as you like from a guy's perspective. Okay. Yeah. Now, on the other side of things, on the woman, beauty is almost a woman's currency.
Beauty is a woman's currency.
Does that make sense? So
no. Can I jump in? I'll take the money over. Let me tell you why I take the money over the beauty any day of the week.
Before she gets started, we're going to break this down, bro. So I'm going to be positive. He just told her what it is. He just told her, and I agree with Zach. He literally just told her what it is, and Kendra G says no. Money for a man gives you access to many things, one of them being beautiful women. So a man's currency literally is currency. For a woman, it's different. A woman's beauty is her currency. And Kendra G is going to say, and Go Creekery says it makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. If you think about it. I don't know. Oh, damn, I heard somebody say this. I can't remember who. But they were talking about how a man builds himself up, Go Creekery. He builds himself up, he becomes established, and he becomes a multimillionaire. First generation, all that kind of shit. He goes and buys a yacht. It's parked right outside Miami and right there in the ocean and shit. And then there's beautiful young women on the boat. He had to build himself up to a point in which he could own a yacht. All the 22-year-old had to do is be fine. So I don't understand. That was a perfect analogy and it's truthful. So I don't understand what Kendra G's objection, but she's going to tell him, no, here's my thoughts on money. Okay, let's see.
Because the beauty, you're still trying to cash out. You're trying to find a person with money that's going to provide this life that you want to live. And if you have your own money, you don't got to look for somebody with money. You can live the life that you want to live. So I stand on.
No, you talking about living. I'm talking about relationship though. What I'm trying to say is the money can make a man, can make a woman. You can be with a woman with a lot of money and be in the relationship that you want because you have the money. What I'm saying is when a woman has a lot of money, she can't buy her relationship though.
Exactly.
She does though. Look at Kris Jenner. You think Corey Gamble is there because of love, or he's there because he gets to go to Paris and
who the fuck is Kris Jenner?
And Spain.
These goddamn celebrities, man.
And I think listen, I do hear what you're saying.
I see what you're saying, but I'm saying now we're using Kris Jenner as like a super me. I mean, I'll go with Oprah right now if she wants to, but that's a different level.
You leave everybody for Oprah?
Right now.
Okay, you're making
how much? Right now, I lead this live. I just walk out, and the screen is still gonna be on.
But money for women, it's just not the same. And Kendra G has a hard time understanding and accepting that it's not the same for men and women. Women can have all the money in the world, but that money won't necessarily get you access to the men that you want. Keyword, the men that you want. You might be able to get a dude.
Thanks for the tip.
But it might not be the man that you want. And I'm using this for example, even though I don't know if it's 100% true, but I'll just use it for example. Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. Again, I'm just using celebrities, I guess, just because that's kind of all we know, I guess. Well, that's kind of who we all know. I don't know who the fuck Kris Jenner is. I'm assuming it's one of those Kardashian folks. But Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. Because if y'all don't, because I don't really know, I've never really follow Rihanna. People be acting like Rihanna's just some dime. I just never really looked at her like that. But I know she's a huge deal. But at one point, I don't know if y'all remember this. At one point, she was lusting for LeBron. I don't know if y'all remember that. She used to be on IG. She posted a picture of her on IG she was laid out all oiled up with 23 written on her. And LeBron been married since forever. But let me know in the chat if y'all remember that. She was lusting that for LeBron. I think LeBron is one of those dudes that she wanted.
Bang! It's good.
She always says, Ibarrel, yeah, I think she's always been overrated, in my opinion. Not calling her ugly, but I'm just saying in my opinion. But I think a dude like LeBron is who she really wanted. But,
thanks for the tip.
She got with my man, and they had their kids together. But my whole point is that the money for women is not the same. It doesn't give you access to the dudes that you want. It give you access to some dudes, or maybe some dudes that say, like Zach said, fuck it, or what's the old Dave Chappelle joke? He got Oprah pregnant. Oh, fuck it, yeah, I'm gonna get with her because that dude's just looking at a woman for a wallet. It'll get you those type men, but the men that you actually want, nah.
Well, okay, so with that being said, you're making
But
go ahead.
I am making your point, but that's a certain level of money. I'm talking about
thanks for the tip.
If we're talking you see women that be like, oh, I make X amount of dollars, but I'm still single. You don't see guys saying I make X amount of dollars and I'm still single. I make X amount of dollars and I'm trying to figure out which one I want. Does that make sense?
Right, but he's still single, so he's still just. But even you talked about that, you know, and I don't want to keep beating up on Shannon Sharp, but even you said a man like Shannon Sharp has all the money in the world, and look what he's going through because he had all the money in the world, and you said a man like him should be married. So
yeah, I believe after a certain age, when you have money, you should get married because it's safer, especially if you're Black. You get to a certain level. And like, I think Shannon Sharp's multimillionaire and with the fame too.
Thanks for the tip.
You know that you're gonna become a target and you just out here loose. I don't think you should be out here like that. I think you should have it tight.
I feel like here's the deal. And I know I host a dating show, but the most important relationship is the relationship with yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was raised by both of my parents, and my father really raised me with the mindset of how men think. And he raised me to be a woman that could stand on my own 2 feet. And he said, you need to figure out, no matter what you want in life, figure out how you can get it on your own. And the reason why I stand on that, to me, as a woman, if you want to live a certain way, figure out a way that your own bank account could do it, because now you're not at a man's beck and call. Yes, right. There is a pretty privilege. There's no diss to that. But you also have to tolerate a lot that goes on in the pretty privileged world. If you want to leave a man, but you want to still live the lifestyle, well, you can't leave because you want to still fly first class. You want your rent paid. You want, I mean, literally, we're watching what's going on with Cassie and Diddy right now. Like, this girl was gorgeous beyond measure. And we're going to see how this trial plays out. But we're learning. And before I even knew, let me tell you this, before the trial even happened with Diddy and Cassie, I used to use him as an example because I didn't know the darkness of it, but I knew he was a billionaire and she left him for a personal trainer. So if you're going to walk away from a billionaire for a personal trainer, the money wasn't enough to keep you happy.
It wasn't, right.
So I just stand on this. I've been in a lot of rooms with beautiful women who are there because of their looks. And this is no diss to them, but I also understand what they're tolerating too, because I see the disrespect and I see how they have to stomach it if they want to keep this lifestyle going. Now, if you got your own coin, you can make your own decision. So yes, in dating, you are correct. Yes, you're dating.
So why do?
But here's the thing as well. I'm gonna grab the super chats. And I get it. Kendra G is basically saying, get your own bag, ladies. Get your own bag so that way you don't have to be subject to a man's rules, basically. And that's okay. But here's the problem. Majority of women don't have their own bag. Kendra G is an outlier who doesn't realize she's an outlier because she has women in her circle who generate income like she does. But so because of that, she thinks the majority of women operate like that. We talked about this the other day when she thinks she thinks the ladies who call in are 100% truthful, about the income that they earn. I was watching some small news channel. He got like 1,000 subscribers. I was watching this dude reaction last night from the same chick I talked about last week, the chick from Walmart, who said, I'm a cashier at Walmart, but I make $100,000 a year. And Kendra G was like, okay. Kendra G believes that nonsense, but the majority of women don't earn the bag like that. Majority of people make average income, regardless of sex. But the majority of women don't make that bag. And my last point before I grab the super chat is that in the ones that do, look at Kendra G. And this is no disrespect to her, but they spend their time trying to get that bag and then look up in their 40s and can't find a man that they want. Woo! Woo! All I'm saying. Let's see. Salute to G Reed. He says, Theo, salute Theo and the squadettes. My apology for late formation. My twins graduating high school this coming weekend, so we splurging. I'm also about to be a childless father. Let's go! Woo! Woo! Salute to you, G Reed. Yeah, bro. Salute to you, man. I missed that one. Says Maggie. That was an old one, Maggie. That was an old one. My ex-wife, she has a 18-year-old who kind of looks like me, and he graduates next week as well.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
He graduates next week on May 28th, and I'm proud of him, and I've been a childless man since last year. It kind of works like that somehow. But yeah, Congratulations to your twin, sir. I know exactly about that. I need to get another graduation ticket or my mom's going to be outside looking in.
Oh, my.
You just reminded me to hit up a teacher. That's my ex-wife's eldest child. I don't know him like that. Salute to you, G Reed. Congratulations, bro. I hear you here.
Congratulations. Oh, my God.
Cujo says, Sheila says, your son, Theo. Stop, Sheila.
Access denied.
Cujo says, my guy got his feelings hurt last time he was on the show, so he knocked back a few and came back to shit on these hoes. That's a fact, Cujo. He got some of that bourbon. He got some of that fire water in his chest. Came back and said, let's do this goddamn thing, Kendra. Salute to you, Cujo. Who's the pinball player with these $5? How often does a man and his wife both make the same? Exactly. Everyone is not going to make 80K, but they can be happy together. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact, man. I make 50, she make 50 pinball. We had 100K together, man. That's why I don't believe. That's why I'm saying I'm one of those content creators. Everyone can believe what they want to believe, man. I'm one of those people, man. I don't believe in a woman not contributing to the household, bro. When the majority of people need two incomes to stay afloat, bro. That's why I don't believe in that. I'm gonna pay 100% of the bills while she buys bags and shit. That's not my mind of thinking. Salute to you, pinball player. Salute to my CDO guys. Let's see. Salute to Tone the Virgo in this situation. What you got, Tone? Call y'all. Can y'all imagine Kendra G as an adult dancer? She was dancing on the pole or giving lap dance and her weave fall on some old dude lap. There you go, man. Salute to you, bro. I heard that stripping shit too. I was going to acknowledge that, but yeah. It just amazes me when they mind, especially when they're young like that. That's the first thing it goes to. I'm a strip. Salute to you, Tone. That's diabolical. If a chick wigs fall off while she dancing on me, I want a refund. And I might report that strip club to the Better Business Bureau. Salute to Kareem. Stop with the anecdotal celebrity examples. Yeah, bro. Exactly, man. I can kind of see the celebrity examples because possibly as someone that everyone would like kind of know. But it's way too much. I don't really know who most of these people should be talking about, Kareem. Salute to you, bro. Salute to Akeem. He says, Kendra comprehension is skewed by her delusional. She simply doesn't get it. Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, man, she in LA. Kendra G make bread. I ain't no hater, nothing like that. She getting money. So she lives around those type of people, especially the women. But she think all of them are getting it like, all women are getting it like that. That's simply not the case. Look at BY with the $5 super chat. What you got, B? Coop, remember when KD was busting Braun ass in the finals and staring right at Rihanna East basket? I remember that, bro. That was when KD was in Golden State. Yeah, bro. That's a fact, man. And that's what I said. Like, when I see her years later with like ASAP, I'm like, salute to ASAP. I'm not knocking him whatsoever. I'm like, she wanted Brian, though, my G. She wanted Brian. Salute to you, BY. Good call, man. Salute to E305.
Thanks for the
channel
tip.
member for 19 months. He says, what to do, Commander Coop? Salute to you. Salute to you, E305. Salute to Miami, man. Let's see, channel member for 19 months. Salute to you, E305. Tavar says, P. Diddy beat the shit out of Cassie. KD needs to collectively use more examples based on the majority of women's income factor. Well, KG, absolutely, man. Absolutely, Tavar. That's a fact. Kendra don't think like that, man. I'm saying people start growing financially, man. They only think about people. They can only relate to us to a certain degree because they're living in the entire tax bracket. You ever see those clips they used to play back in the day of like Bill Gates? Tavar asked Bill Gates, how much do you think a carton of milk is? And Bill Gates like, I don't know, $70? Because they don't go shopping for themselves. I kind of make that analogy when it comes to people once their income increase to a certain level, man. They start thinking about only their world of people and not the vast majority of other people. Salute to you, Tavar. Salute to LaQuinn. LaQuinn's got no worse. Just a super chat. Salute to you, LaQuinn. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Salute to Erroneous E. He says, Cassie surely is pretty, but she's also Diddy's come on. I'll pass on a pretty pissy bitch in a flash. What you do follows you in this life. That is a fact, sir.
Goddamn right.
She is a commode. Diddy's commode is funny. That's funny. Salute to you, E. Thank you so much. With the Mike Bowles. What you got, Mike? My daughter graduates today, but I'm sick in bed, getting better for that stage crossing. Congratulations to all the grandparents. You made it. salute to everyone who's got babies that's graduating and they ain't babies no more. And not like myself, I'm a childless man.
Access denied.
I'm more disciplined than y'all. I don't have any children, but but salute to y'all who kids are graduating, man. Salute to you, Mike Bowles, man. Get better, bro, because you got to make sure you make that graduation ceremony. Salute to you, Mike Bowles, for the $10 super chat. Appreciate you, man.
Straight cash, homie.
Let's see. Salute to Zandra. What you got, Zandra?
What it do, baby?
Zandra Robinson says, every woman want to praise everything. Beyonce, but ignore that she's a working millionaire. That goes half with her billionaire husband. Talk to him.
Bang! It's good.
Exactly, Zandra. Exactly. And salute to the homie Jason Black. Whenever I take someone's talking point or get an idea from someone, I like to give them credit. Jason Black, I was watching Jason Black's broadcast maybe a year ago, and he said the same thing when talking about women who don't want to contribute financially to their relationship. And he said the exact same thing, and I said, huh, and it stuck with me. He's like, Jay-Z is a billionaire. Beyonce ain't got to work, but you know what her ass is out there doing? Touring. She's out there touring. She's out there working because people should contribute. Jay-Z like, nah, you gonna go out here and get this money too. So that's why I don't believe in the notion of a woman shouldn't have to contribute financially in a relationship. Now it's different. If you and your husband work it out a certain way, your husband like, I'm gonna pay all the bills, or you gonna pay 10% or 20%. I'm not trying to dictate to what people should be spending in their relationship. That's not my call. And I don't give a fuck. But I'm just saying, like, if there's so many women, not all, but there's so many women who are entitled and think that before they even get in a relationship, I'm not paying for anything. And that's not reality, because your ass will be paying 100% if you were solo. So great point, Xandra. Great point. Let's see. Are we caught up? Oh, nope. I got one more here. Salute to Mr. Gino. Last woman I wanted to marry wouldn't have an honest conversation about money. Needs to say, I am still single. Yeah, bro. Salute to you, Mr. Gino. And that was one of those conversations that need to be had. There's a lot of conversations that I look at now. When I was younger, I didn't have those conversations with women before getting into a serious relationship. Now, hell yeah. We're going to be serious about it. We need to discuss all this shit. How you feel about abortion? How you feel about finances? What's your financial goals? Like, how bad is your credit? Like, you got to talk about all that shit. Have all those hard conversations. And if she's not willing to have the conversation, move on. Salute to you, OG.
So why, I got to ask the question then, why work so hard to become successful, right, as a woman, right? You work so hard to come and to amass this, and so you can have your freedom. But then you want a man that matches that same money. Like, guys, if you're a rich guy, and you got money, you'll take a woman that it don't matter how much she make. You just want the woman. You know what I'm saying? How come women want the guy to have the same or more than what generally speaking? Okay. Why does a woman want, like, she'd be like, I make $200K, so he got to make $250K. You know what I'm saying? Like, why?
I would love to hear this, not from Kendra G, but I would love to hear a woman's perspective on why so many women are hypergamous. Why if I make $100K, or if I'm a female and I'm a millionaire, why do I have to get with a dude who's a millionaire and she already has it? I would love to hear this from someone other than Kendra G, but this is all we got right now. So let's go.
I can answer that. Two things. Because logically, see, this is where the flip side is. When a man makes a certain amount of money, he goes into it as I'm the provider. So as long as you fit into my lifestyle, I'm paying for everything. You're going to have my kids. You're going to get my last name. I'm like, that's how men were taught to be raised. Women are not taught to be providers, right? It's not like, okay, first of all, you have to give birth. This is why Rihanna, A$AP Rocky are not married, right? They have a great, I believe they'll be together to the end of time. They have a wonderful relationship, but they may never get legally married just due to her business, child. She a billionaire. It might not be wise for her to get married. And that's another conversation. But most women are like, if I make $250K, you got to make $250K because I'm not going to pay for you. You know, you're not going to live off of me. I don't want to change my lifestyle. So that's the mindset, right?
But those same women will live off a man. P.O. says, why should be no logic? I knew it's not going to be no logic. But those same women have no problem living off a man. That's what I'm saying, man. If a woman's not willing to spend money on you or the household, she don't like you like that, bro.
On the flip side, I believe a lot of these women have never dated those men, because if they did, they would not be requesting it as much, because the whole incentive of a man that makes a certain amount of money is his money, right? So that's his go-to of how he controls you. He might cheat on you, he gonna buy you a Chanel bag. Oh, he ain't come on last night, he gonna take you on a trip. Like, his money is his currency to get you over the bullshit if he really cares about you. Now, when you have your own money, you can't be bought off. All you can be is loving, caring, kind, and all those things. But that's sometimes the hardest thing for a rich man to do. It's harder for him to be genuine, kind, faithful. It's easier for him to throw $10,000 at you and have you shut up and be happy. But what if you don't need that $10,000 because you got your own? So now it's this challenge, right? I think that what is happening is I literally want more women to experience these men so they can know what I already know. You're not going to like this man at the end. He's going to be very cocky, very controlling, very much is my way or the highway. The women that lock in with these men, they play their position.
I swear she didn't answer the question, but let's go.
A lot of women are outside looking in. Like, how many women were outside looking in at Cassie's life? Like, oh, he chose a non-black girl. Oh, she got to go to Paris. Jealous. That's what happens. This is what's going on right now. People are jealous of other people's life, and they have no idea what everybody is going through to maintain it and what she's dealing with. Cassie gotta get peed in her mouth by some man that he paid, and then all you seeing is Fashion Week and her and the lady. And you like, why he didn't choose a black girl? Because a black girl ain't going for that shit.
Yeah, you ain't see the pee mouth. Yeah,
like all that's happening is people are just looking in other people's lives saying, why not me? And you have no idea what the people are going through in those worlds.
But she didn't answer the goddamn question. FM, salute to you, FM. I went off earlier about Sambos and Coons. You probably enjoyed that on the replay. That was earlier in the stream. But she didn't answer the question. And I would love for the squadettes, ladies, answer it in the chat. I'm almost tempted to drop the link to have some woman explain it to me. Like, I would love to hear that from a female perspective. If you're a woman that makes, let's say, $250,000, you make $250,000 a year, why do you need a man to match that same income? What's wrong with getting with a dude who makes $100,000? And of course, I'm not saying get with a dude working at the goddamn dollar store if you making six figures. I'm just saying, what's the Kendra G's opportunity was right now to explain that, and she didn't even answer the question. But what's the logic behind that? If you make...
Thanks for the tip.
If, let's say Oprah, for example. Oprah's a billionaire. Oprah don't need to marry another billionaire. She got it like that. What is it behind this hypergamy? I already know, like, a lot of women follow that, but I want to know the logic behind it. If it actually can be explained in a rational way.
I actually want more women to get these men.
Jay Walker said,
so they can understand what comes along with it, and then it won't be your request anymore.
Ooh-wee.
Ooh, let's go back. Who was preaching today?
That's truth, though.
No, it is truth. I know what comes along with it, but I think more people got to experience it for themselves. That's one thing I've learned. Like, experience is the best teacher. Me and Zach going on a lot, and I'm going to try to get through all of Terrence. If we can't, it's okay. Let me see where we at.
Okay, it's more Terrence. No, let's go. No, let's do it. Let's keep going.
Okay, yeah. This morning, what is your time so I can know?
I'm good.
Okay. Let me go. Oh, it is more than 10.
I stay in my tax bracket. But you entertain these women with unrealistic things.
Okay, now let me jump in.
Jump in.
Okay, respectfully so, your reality is your reality, right? I'm gonna take myself out. Listen, now when you're gonna give me the respect because I gave you the respect.
Absolutely.
What you have to honor is your reality, and that is fair. I roll in a circle where you make more than $140K in a month. That's just the reality of what it is, right?
That's
so
your circle.
I say that to say there are women who do well financially. Because they do well financially, they want a partner that does well financially. Now, I'm not even saying they're going to get that. And I'm going to agree with you. Here's the deal. I'm going to agree with you. There are women who may never get the request that they put on my show. But on the flip side, there's so much conversation about the women with unrealistic expectations. How come the men don't talk about the men that come on my show that also have unrealistic expectations? Because there's also men who request women that they will never get in a lifetime. And that's where I feel like it's not equal. There is, yes, there's delusional women on my show. There's also an equal amount of delusional men who request women that they will never get. And I don't hear enough conversation about y'all talking about that.
Wait. Here's the reality for those delusional men that come on your show. I've been having sex with women since I've been 10 years old. I've dated
sex at 10. Top
tier. I've dated women who made high figures, women who made low figures. They all the same in the men because they don't want to swipe their card. They want the man to do everything. Majority of those men, those are the guys who go to the strip clubs. I can count on one hand how many times in 51 years I've been to a strip club.
But you go to the bus?
If I lived in Atlanta, I wouldn't go to a strip club. I'm 51. I might be 80 pounds overweight. My hairline might be receding. I didn't shave it. But let me tell you something. I tell young men, I tell old men, get a personality, make a woman laugh, have a sense of humor, have morals, values, and integrity. And obviously, yes, of course, having a bank account does help you. But at the end of the day, what is going to keep you loving that person? The money, when the money's gone, it's gone. Period. Money ain't gonna keep nobody happy. We got the most richest people in this country getting divorced. If Bill Gates can't keep his wife happy, what do you think the motherfucking UPS could do? But the reality is morals, integrity, values. I express this to my own daughters on daily. My daughter is 25, beautiful, graduated college. And you know what I tell my daughters? Don't get fat and learn to control and turn the knob down on your fucking self-righteous woman independent shit. I tell them that wholeheartedly. 3 things. I was married for 20 years. And something that my wife never, ever did, whether I was making this much money or this much money, she never beat me up. She was supportive in every aspect. When I came home, she greeted me with open arms, no matter how much money I made or how less I made.
I want to stop right there. I want to say this. I agree with a lot of things Terrence had just said. And
I agree with that.
Yeah, I want to make sure, because although there's things I disagree with, I do agree with some of the things that he is saying. But where it gets tricky is he's saying things like morals, moral standards and all of that. And I actually agree with that. But maybe the woman that might have 2 kids is the woman that has moral standards and the good characteristics, but you're going to count her out because she has 2 kids. Now, that's
not if she fine and nasty. But go ahead.
You goddamn right you will.
It's gonna get you right. Fine and nasty gets you right back into the game. But go ahead.
Right. I stand on the type of girl that he's probably trying to lock in with now is probably a woman that is extremely attractive or whatever the case may be. It may not have these morals or standards or integrity that he's speaking on. It's like men say this, but they don't date with that first. No one does. Everyone dates with attraction first, right?
Yeah.
But when you date with attraction first, attraction doesn't always equal the morals, the standards, and all those things. There's a movie. Remember that movie back in the day with Queen Latifah and Common? It was like he was a basketball player.
Mr. Right.
What was it called? Mr. Right?
I think it was called Mr. Right.
Mr. Right. It's kind of what I'm trying to describe. Queen Latifah had the integrity. She was there from. She was cheering from, but she wasn't as cute as her cousin, who was played by Paula Patton. And then he ended up engaging Paula Patton and realized that she didn't have the substance to stand with that really mattered the most with him. And then he went back to Queen Latifah.
But the thing is, Kendra G is not a great listener, because when he was talking about ethics and morality, he was talking about the men. He wasn't talking about the woman. But I'll read a super chat.
I feel like
that was a movie.
It was. Exactly. So here's my point. I'm all about accountability, baby. Except for whatever you're going after. You can't get mad at this beautiful girl that you want and she got desires by other men and you're not going to be the man she's going to fall in line for. She's not going to fall in line for you because she got other men pursuing her because she that cold. Now, the woman that might want to fall in line for you, you're Xing out because she got baby daddies or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's a balance, Kendra. It's not, it's men kind of, we mix it, the way men kind of think, Kendra, the way we mix our choosing who we going to be with, it's a concoction. It's like 40% looks and then 40% how she treat me. 20% so yeah, you can be fine all day, but if you treat me like you talking about, it's not gonna work. Right. You know what I'm saying? But if you a little lower in the look side, but you nasty, you treat me like a king, and that's gonna bring you up. But what you can't be, that's when he said something that I thought that he said that was true. When he said don't get fat and turn down the attitude stuff. What he was trying to say, and everybody had disclaimer, everybody's different sizes. When he's fat to different people can be different things. We all fluctuate weight at times. Everybody understands that. But I guess what he's trying to say is put your best self forward. Like stay active, stay in the gym, whatever your best self is. Because guess what? Lizzo got dudes just like this person. You know, Lizzo lost a lot of weight. She's still a big girl, but guess what? Now she's at her best bigness. You know what I'm saying? So it's nice. You know, Monique lost the weight. She had her best bigness. That's all we're saying. It's just be the best you. But the turn the thing down was basically saying like, don't be so combative. You know, exactly. Make it a little, make things a little bit easier.
And that's also something that I said earlier. I'm grabbing the super chats. Is that men will go down in looks for a woman that's more corroborative. Like if it's a 8 over here, and she's just a beautiful woman, but she got a nasty ass attitude. If a man has the option, he say, "No, I'll take that 6 over there because she's nicer." That's just what it is. Salute to Project Leroy with the $5 super chat. What you got, P.O.? Kendra said women can't be bought off. That's definitely not true. Did Chris Brown pay his audience $1,000 to take photos with him, or did the women pay up to take those pictures with him? That's a fact, Project Leroy. That's a fact, man. Kendra's logic, it's all over the place. Tone the Virgo says, just like I thought he had no good reason, just like I thought she had no good reason, she just projected a man living off of a woman. She just projected a man living off a woman on every man. Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. She never gave a clear answer to that question. He asked her straight up, why are women hypergamous? And she couldn't answer it other than, well, if he makes this and she makes this and he doesn't make that, she's going to make it seem like the men are living off her. And that's exactly what I said. Well, if that's the case, isn't that the same shoe on the other foot? If I make $200,000 and she makes $50,000, which is average money, you know what I mean? Salute to you, Tone. Salute to Be Kind Bitch re-upped on the channel membership. That's a great name. Salute to RBN. What you got, bro? With a $20 bomb.
The money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
Salute to you, bro. So homie TJ. He says, Theo, the logic is that they want that match money so they can get us to pay their bills at the level they created so they can take their money and not spend it on adult responsibilities. A female nurse told me that. Bro, I'm gonna read this again, man. The logic is that they want that match money so they can get us to pay their bills at the level they created so they can take their money and not spend it on adult responsibilities. Man, that's a great theory, bro. That's a great theory because, and I'm picking up what you're putting down, because if this woman makes $200K, but you only make 50, you're not going to be able to come in there and pay her BMW or pay her fucking, or fund her vacation that she likes to take, because a man making that much money less than her typically can't afford to pay those bills. Man, that's a good point, bro. That's a good point, man. Looking for sponsorships as MRL. That's a great point, bro. I was looking for that answer. Salute to you, TJ. TJ back in that super chat with another 20, man. Salute to you, TJ. He says, and all these women be lying about the money standards. Just look at the pockets of their kid's father. Talk to him.
Bang! It's good.
Talk to him.
He's on fire.
Talk to him, bro. You gotta have money because she don't like you like that. If she likes you, your payment is zero. She will pay you. And that's something RBN. Make sure y'all subscribe to RBN's Through the Fire podcast. That's something that I've said forever on this show. If a woman likes you, a woman will pay. A woman will fly herself out to you. A woman will, if a woman really fucks with you, if a woman really likes you, a woman will move hell and earth to get to you, bro. She will move hell and earth. That's why I was saying, like, dudes be like, oh man, the woman ain't gonna pay for that. That's because she don't like you, bro. And that's not even trying to clown you. That's 100% real. If a woman likes you, she will spend bread on you. And all these women be lying about the money standards. Just look at the pockets of their kid's father. And that's the other thing as well. That's their logic. Their logic is that, okay, I had a baby with a pookie ass nug who work at the car wash. And now I realize I've made this mistake. They won't call it a mistake, but it's a goddamn mistake. And yes, I'm talking about your arm baby from old Junebug at the car wash. But then they'll say, okay, well, I made this mistake and had this baby by this type dude. Okay, so now I know in the future, I want to up my standards. I want to up my standards. I only want to do that makes 100K or 200K or some shit like that. But not realizing, I understand their logic, but they don't understand the male's perspective, how we look at things. I understand their logic. I want to upgrade and get a better guy next time. But us men and ladies, this is how us men think. We look at it as, well, why you need a man making 200K when your baby daddy sells Slim Jims and shit? This nigga said, y'all see the dudes selling newspapers on the street? Like they still, the dudes on Sundays, I don't know if they do this in your area, but they still be selling Sunday papers in the middle of the street and shit. Like, who still does that? Like, he do that shit, but now it's, okay, I want a doctor now. But from a male's perspective, it's, but you settled and had a baby with that dude over there. So, salute to you, RBN, man. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, bro. I think you just came in here and dropped some game on us, man. Appreciate you. Salute to Project Leroy. Kendra calling Cassie the toilet Brady context. Salute to you, PL. Salute to Xandra. Xandra says, T.I. makes less money than Tiny. They've been married 14 plus years.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
You sure about that? I ain't knocking it if it's true. I wouldn't imagine Tiny making more than T.I. But I don't know what the fuck Tiny does. You could be right. Salute to you, Xandra. I don't want to say you could be right and I could be wrong. But yeah, even regardless though, yeah, that you have to make as much money. I just never really understood it, Xandra. Salute to you. I know they had some huge settlement coming from a lawsuit. I do know that, but yeah, I don't know. You could be right, I could be wrong. What does Tiny be doing all this time? I know she was in that group. I know she was in some group back in the day, but yeah, you could be right, I could be wrong. Salute to Daniel Pepe, Man Pack, Anton, Shambles, Ramblers, Scrambles the fuck up, bro. Oh, man, yeah, bro. Like I said, man, I rock with some of his content. You know, we play the we used to play that show with what's her name, Randy, and I think Christopher Dupree just subscribed. So Luke, and I would we play the Randy, and I agree with him when it comes to like family. Like I said, I respect the fact that he's married, been married to like high school sweetheart, and preaches having two family households, coming from a two family. Like, I appreciate all that, but that other shit, man, bro, they can miss me with that, man. Salute to you, Don Neal. And there's a bunch of dudes like that, man. I'm not with that shit, bro. I love black people, man. I'm not saying that black people are perfect. My thing is, no group of people are perfect. None of them. But it's only black people. We get judged as a monolith for one person's actions. And white people don't go through that same shit, bro. And then I just really hate, crackers gonna be crackers. I just really hate when it's us that's just riding on that cracker white supremacist talking points, bro. When it's us doing it, that's when I have a problem. Like, get the fuck out of here. Salute to you, Don Neo. Salute to RBN. Back in that super chat. If all these black women so damn dope, where their husbands at? Where are all these white men snatching up these so-called dope-ass black women asking for a friend. Salute to you, bro. And yeah, that's some of that bullshit, man. That's that bullshit. They be talking about, it don't even get me on the Fiend and Rosati. Salute to you, RBN. Salute to Mr. Gino. Like I said, women can win being tender, but they would rather fight or be right. That is a fact, man. And that need to be right, Mr. Gino. Salute to Tone. He says, Kendra G and accountability, right? I caught her saying that. Object until she makes a video apologizing to Papa Dan. That shouldn't be coming out her mouth too often. That's a fact. And salute to, I was actually watching that video last night, man. I was watching that old video from a couple months ago with Papa Dan. Fuck out of here, Kendra G, because you didn't take accountability for that. You just took the video down. Salute to you, Tone the Virgo. And she never addressed that shit either, man. Somebody need to call her out for that. Salute to Brooklyn Autism Mommy. Kendra G is a man eater for sure. That is a fact. That is a fact. And Kendra G's issue has nothing to do with attraction whatsoever. RBN back in that super chat. Most women don't make over 40K, so why they keep crying about men being broke? Bro, that's one of the things that I hate, RBN. That's one of the things that I can't stand is them talking about men being broke. They so quick to say all men are broke. And I always say the same thing. Statistically, men make more money than women in every racial group, whether you're Asian, Black, Indian, whatever. Men make more money than women. So that's why when they have this theory that this myth, that's what it is, a myth, that all black men are broke. If we broke, what the fuck are y'all?
Bang! Bang! It's good!
Thank you, RBN. Let's see, salute to G-Rap. He says, off topic, but Coop, did you see Caitlin Clark flagrant foul Angel Reese? And now black women and white liberals are screaming racism. Yeah, bro. And then I also saw that Robert Griffin III, the retired quarterback, I think he's on ESPN now, maybe. He was on social media saying like Angel, like he can tell Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark and this creating this whole crack ass narrative and people's lighting his ass up online as well. Yeah, I saw that, man. Salute to you, G-Rap. Man, ain't nobody care. It with the WNBA season. Then nobody will give a fuck again until next year, bro. Salute to Tona Virgo. I had a woman fly herself out and she paid for my haircut. Yeah, bro. I had a woman fly herself out to see me back in the day, man. Hell yeah. If a woman likes you, she'll spend that bread, bro.
Yes.
And use what women, I think, sometimes don't use is like, y'all are so, like, we want to do everything for y'all. Like, we love to feel needed. But you have to present it in a way where I want to do it. You know, a lot of times it's like, you do this or da-da-da. And it's met so aggressive that now our masculine energy comes out and it becomes, and now we're just clashing and both being aggressive. Opposed to y'all are so smart. Use your feminine energy and your charm to get that man to do whatever you want him to do, because we will. Just make us feel good about it. That's it.
Okay.
And sometimes people don't want to stroke the ego, but that's part of it.
I agree with that, Mel advice. I want to go back to Terrence, but I do want to ask this question. If the men, because numbers are in the male's favors, right? There's probably like 20 women to every one guy. That's not the truth for every woman, right? She doesn't have that many options in that pool. I get confused with the math equation. Why would it be so hard to close a deal with a woman of your liking if you have so many to choose from?
You said, why is it hard to close a deal of a woman of your liking if there's so many to choose from? That's a good question, because you want it to work. So you may like her from a physical standpoint, but like you said, the other things are off, or she has an attitude, or she got too many children, or she expects you to jump through hoops. I stopped talking to a girl once because she kept telling me to plan a date, and it was really bothering me. We had went on 3 dates, and she told me for the first time, plan a date. You need to plan a date. Like every time we talk, I was like, man, I took you on 3 dates. You can't come over here and watch Netflix with me? That's crazy. I don't think you like me like that. You know what I'm saying? But I think she had been, played with before and was trying to put her foot down. And sometimes when you do that, you threw off a good person, because now I'm done with you. I done moved on. So it takes time for you to find that match. And I think that's on both sides, even with us having more. Yeah, it seems like we have more options, but do you want them?
Can I ask you?
Men pick the finest thing that like them and treat them right. I think that's the simplest way to put it. The finest, nicest woman that like them. That's what we pick as our wife.
Let me ask you this. Is it fair to say that every man can't get the girl of their dreams?
Hell yeah, that's fair to say.
You ain't gonna get
What?
What?
And this right here shows the difference. Is it fair to say that men can't get the women over their dreams? What?
What?
I don't even think men sit around fantasizing about a woman of their dreams. You know why? Because they're fucking dreams. It's not reality. Now, we all might have preferences. We might all have preferences as far as like looks, but hell yeah, that's fair to say. Because life ain't no fucking movie, man.
What is the girl of our dreams? I don't know what that means.
What?
Okay, the girl that they want. Is it? Do you think that every man gets to pick the girl that he wants?
No, it's not fair. See, everybody thinks it's fair. It's not fair for men or women. You're not just gonna get the girl of your dreams, this supermodel who cooks gourmet meals, fine, nasty, no kids, don't do. It's not. You're not gonna get that. You have to work with what you work with.
See, they love you, Zach. See how Zach knows how to explain it from a male's perspective and make it not sound offensive. See, I think this is why you have no problem in the dating space. And this is what I'm trying to convey is you could say the same thing, but make it welcoming to women. The way Terrence is coming across, no woman wants to be with that.
Because he's on attack mode.
Yes.
He's the version of what he's talking about he don't like. So
right.
And I agree with that. I agree with what he just said. But here's the thing, Kendra G, she says, Zach, you say things and like the comment she just brought up in a way that makes it more palatable for women. But here's the thing, man, a lot of men are tired of coddling y'all asses, right?
Bang! It's good.
A lot of women have to be coddled in a certain way, and a lot of men just tired of that shit. I want 80 black men to tell me what the fuck is up straight up. Don't worry about my feelings. Tell me what it is. And that's the difference. When we talk with each other, we talk straight up. We don't pull punches. We keep it a buck. The goddamn tone police, Tone the Virgo. The goddamn tone police.
Welcome to death row.
But Zach is right, because my man Terrence, he was just on attack mode. He wouldn't give a fuck about your feelings, but I'm just telling the ladies from a male perspective. We are tired of coddling women because a lot of times you have to in life, man, but fuck all that, man. Fuck all that coddling. We're going to tell you exactly what it is. Stop having your emotions and your feelings just right there. Like you can't even hear the message because of the way in which it's said. Now, somebody say, hey, fuck you, stupid bitch. Of course, that's an extreme. But it's spot on, man. We ain't trying to coddle goddamn women, man, because the world don't coddle us.
Exactly what he's doing right now, where he's like, women coming out here doing this and doing that. But you know why? It's because he didn't get the response that he wanted the first time. He came on, he said, I'm gonna do the humble thing. He didn't get the response that he wanted. Some women was criticizing him, and now he went straight 3 bourbon, man.
Facts.
And then he said, I'm gonna turn up, But that's really what he's projecting. He's projecting what he doesn't like about women. You see how he's coming? Ain't nobody trying to hear that. Especially you sitting up there with a beer belly, like he said, ain't got your hair thing down, and you talking about, yeah, y'all should be asking for that. Ain't nobody trying to hear that, man. You're not gonna get a quality woman talking like that. It's no quality woman gonna sit there and watch that and be like, I want that man. That's the man I want to be with.
And that's but I want to say this, then we're gonna go back to Terrence.
Okay, go ahead.
Facts,
that I'm always trying to say is that no man has proven that when they talk like that, they have a woman that just sits in line and goes for it.
No.
Like, that's the whole thing. Like, all these conversations for the men that talk like Terrence, in the end, he has to pay for a happy ending because he can't get a woman to be his woman and fall in line like that. And that's why I'm saying, like, you can feel a certain way, but then all of a sudden, like, I feel like his first interview would have got him more opportunities. This interview right now, you're just an asshole. Who wants to be, and nobody, male or female, wants to be with an asshole. We grown.
But he's upset. See, a couple things that I've realized.
Women have been calling me an asshole my entire life. Women have been calling me an asshole my entire adult life. Women will call you assholes because you're direct with them. And I personally think if a woman calls you an asshole, it's a goddamn compliment. But they'll call you asshole just for being direct with them, and again, not coddling their feelings. Alice says my first marriage ended because she wanted her feelings. Number one, I actually tried in that way. Hence we done. Stay on your purpose, gentlemen.
He's really mad right now. So the liquor is bringing out the anger that he's having within. And I tell women this, and you can go by it or not. You know, some guys are drinkers and stuff like that. But I always have to watch people that I see drink by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they might be going through some things. I'm not saying that's his case. I don't know him. But if you see somebody 3-4 drinks in by themselves, what's going on? Who else over here? Ain't nobody else over here. You just over here lit by yourself. I always be like, that's a red flag. Now, I might have a taste every now and then if I want to watch the game or something, but I'm still going to be with somebody. Maybe that's just me. I don't drink by myself. You know what I'm saying? That's
a sign of depression.
That's tough. Like, yeah, to go and just to continue to pour up by yourself is like, you're not gonna go to a bar. And like, I understand socially, but by yourself is a sign of depression, in my opinion. But we ain't no therapist, so I don't know.
Oh yeah. I always say that we're not a therapist.
Oh shoot.
All right. Ooh, you still there, Zach?
Hold on, Kendra. Hold on. I lost you.
I can see your name.
Hold on. Can you see me?
Yes.
Am I still on?
I can't see you. Let me see how much more time is left on the Terrence. I think it might be like 10 minutes. I'm gonna try to run through it because I do want to get to the last parts. Oh, Zach got disconnected, so let's wait for Zach to get back on.
G-Rep says, is Zach? I have no idea where Zach is from.
Oh, I wanted to read this. Somebody was on, while we're waiting for Zach, somebody paid a question. And Dream said, I really wish y'all would stop equating a rich man to a poor attitude when poor men do the same. The women tell you they dated the poor man. He still cheated and abused. Just be careful, period. I mean, this goes to the narrative of I'd rather cry in what is it? I'd rather cry in a Rolls Royce than a Honda. Oh wait, I think Zach is back. I gotta add you. I'm adding you. I think I added you, Zach. Your new one.
I'm back.
You're back.
Yeah, hold on. I am back. I'm back. You can see it. I'm just setting my headphones back
okay.
up. But I'm back.
Dreaming. I guess. I mean, I hear this a lot. Like, poor men cheat too. Child, how about this? Just don't cheat yourself. Just don't cheat yourself. Because it could go, I mean, I guess there is truth there. Poor man gonna act up too. Everybody treats you the way you treat yourself. So
go. Yeah, go.
Huh? Yeah.
Go who treats you good.
Yeah. Like, and once you learn that, I think the best way to date healthy is you got to be okay with being by yourself. This doesn't mean that you're a bitch, but if you're okay in the end of being single, that's the healthiest dating because you're able to walk away if you're not being treated right. You have to be whole and love yourself first. People are only, if you are mad at how the world is treating you or anyone's treating you, go get a mirror and say, okay, what am I doing to set this tone? Let me reset this tone and let me redo my standards so I can begin to attract better. Literally, everybody is a reflection of you. And if you get that part together, everything else is easy.
Yep. But those who treat you the best.
Yeah, but I will say dating is, I mean, you could be wise and then you might have to be single until a moment because your standards are your standards. Now, if your standards are he gotta have a spaceship, then that's on you, girlfriend. I can't do nothing about that. Elon Musk, call him. He giving out babies every week, it seemed like, child. He got so many damn kids. But if you got unrealistic expectations, that's one thing. But if you have a spiritual requirement, I gotta be treated a certain way, then you gotta start living by that and then start attracting that.
And go where the people at. Go. A lot of women I see don't date and then be like, I'm not dating. But you don't really go outside. You don't date. And when you do go outside, you go into the club. That's where the cheating men at.
Oh yeah, I do. Somebody, Dr. Des says, I respectfully disagree with Zach on the idea that drinking alone is necessarily a sign of depression. It can simply be a personal choice or a way to unwind, not always a red flag.
Okay, that's just a mute point. Like, I hate when people try to highlight shit like that. It's like, that's not important to the overall conversation, but okay.
Sound like a true drinker, spoken like a true drinker. I know that's right, Tears.
Dr. Des, why?
I'm just messing with you, Dr.
No,
Des.
no, but I'm gonna say this. Wine with a meal, I think that's fine. But if you get drunk by yourself, I'm co-signing Zach. Anybody that I knew that used to get drunk by themselves has some real issues.
Everybody I know, they get drunk by themselves.
Let me put it on the poll. Squad, if you drink by yourself, do you have issues? I don't know. I never thought about it like that. I'll put it on the poll.
It's definitely not. Like you said, one, having a taste of beer, two, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you sitting there lit by yourself. Yeah, it's something going on.
Yeah, I think there's something going on. Like, yes, one drink with your meal, you know, and you just unwinding. I agree with you, Dr. Des.
Especially if you drunk and you're like, I'm about to tell Kendra how I feel.
Yeah, like you in a house, you just doing bourbon after. That's some real issues. That's some real issues right there. And I just want to say this is coming to my spirit. Although there's things that I didn't agree with Terrence, I want to say I am sympathetic. Like, you know, he lost his wife. I'm not sure how many years have passed since, but he's a man who had a wife, and he's only technically single because she passed away. And from the story he told me the first time, he was there to her dying day. Like, he really cared for this woman. So now
Absolutely.
So now he's in this new world of dating, and it's like, you know, it's a new breed out here. It's a new breed. 2025 women ain't the women for 25 years ago.
And I really feel sorry for my brother Terrence. And I'm gonna tell you why, because it's like, you know,
I feel bad for him for losing his wife, just like I feel bad for anyone who's lost a spouse. Losing a spouse has to be very, very hard thing.
Probably thought he was gonna be with his wife for the rest of his life, you know, and you think you don't have to go back outside. And then unfortunately, I don't know what happened, but unfortunately she passes away. Now you gotta go back out.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, again, I gotta deal with this again. I just, for sure, I have empathy in that space for him.
Yeah, I do. I think my empathy is gonna go away in a second, though. Let me finish.
Thanks for the tip.
Sense of integrity and morals and values, and put it on bullshit. Most of your clients on this page here, they never grew up shopping at Gucci, Louis, driving BMWs. They were driving Chevrolets and Hondas. Now they get money. Now they think everyone should fall in line. They're lying to themselves. Be truth with yourself. I got a BMW outside right now. I got to put it in the shop. It's going to cost me $8,500 to get fixed. But I got my point A to point B, the Honda that's paid for. I get back and forth there.
$8,500.
Bringing $8,500 a month. How many people on your line right now say they bring in $8,500 a month? And I only work 6 months out the year if I want to.
I would say
there's a difference. See, they want to live in a reality that's not true.
Well, this is what I will say, Terrence. There are some things that you're saying that I do agree with. And the thing I agree with the most is the integrity and the character. And I also stand on that there's just not enough men to go around for the type of man.
There's enough. There's enough.
Hold on, Terrence, you're not gonna overtalk me because when you talk. All right. Okay. There are. I do stand on, and I agree with you. There's not enough type of guy. That one type of guy for every woman that desires him. And I also think that a lot of women that desires this guy that makes a certain amount of money, I emotionally feel as though they never dated it, because if they did date it, they would know what comes along with it. And it comes along with a lot. Absolutely. I think that I can agree with you. Social media has changed the bar. People are watching other people's relationships. I say this all the time. It's just the highlight reel. You have no idea what she's dealing with, what she went through, what they went through. Terrence, you can talk once I'm done. So I agree with you in that manner that the game has changed and there are unrealistic expectations. But the great thing about my show is the reality will tell you. I put yourself out there, and if the request is out there, and if it comes calling, then you know your answer. If it doesn't come calling, then you know your answer. So I don't stand on the fact of me lying. But there's one thing I do want to say to this. We could say there's not enough men, right? For the type, not enough type of guy for the woman that wants that guy, right? I think we agree with that, right? The type of guy that most women are requesting, there aren't enough. Do you agree with that, Terrence?
No, I don't, because here's the thing.
Oh, hold on, pause. Okay, so you're saying that every woman that wants a man that makes 100K or more, handsome, great sex, there's enough of that guy to go to every woman?
Here's the thing. The woman who's requesting a 100K man, she ain't never made 100K.
Facts.
So how you requesting
that's
something
not
you
true.
ain't never had?
No, I disagree with that because there's women
You
that
sure?
do make that.
I've been on this earth 51 years. Let me tell you something. I've worked and I have an exceptional career my entire life. And the majority of your audience, if you had 100 of them in the room, I promise you, 60 of them have never been in a room making 100K. What it is they need to be reality.
Thanks for the tip.
Here's the thing. When you combine two people together who make 50 and 60 together,
I'm gonna bring him. I'm gonna let him finish, but this is the part I think a lot of men have a hard time accepting. There are women who make a lot of money.
There are some women. There are some women. This goes back, I'm going to grab the super chats, but this goes back to what I said earlier. Kendra G, because she makes a lot of money, she thinks that a lot of women are out here balling like that, and they're not. Now, going to back when Kendra was talking to Terrence, and Kendra was saying that there's not enough men for all of these women who want there. There's not enough of the 1 to 5% of men who make six figures and all this kind of shit. It's only a small percentage of those men, but there's tons of regular average men that those women can get with. The problem is you have average women or below average women wanting the top 1% of men. If all those average women would get with their average ass counterparts, there would be no conversation to be held. But we're not saying, Kendra G, that no women make money. You make money. The women in your circle make money, but the vast majority of women don't make money like that. I promise you, if you was to ask Kendra G, and I hope Zach brings this up, I haven't watched this yet. What's the average salary do you believe it is for across the board in America? Then break it down even further. How much do you think the average black woman makes? How much do you think the average black man makes? How much do you think the average income is in just America across the board? She probably wouldn't know, man. And that's the issue. Salute to Tone. He says, I had a woman. Oh, I already got this. Salute to you, Tone. Salute to Kareem, channel member for 4 months. This is what they did to KS. Hashtag Tone Police. Exactly, man. I can't stand that Tone Police, man. Motherfuckers are not obligated to have conversations and coddle your feelings. But I think that goes back to society overall, Kareem, is that women have been coddled for so long that you can't, if you be straight up with them, you got to worry about hurting their goddamn feelings. Mike Check Productions says Zach is a Chicago comedian. Okay, salute to you, bro. Yeah, I didn't know where he was from. Someone had asked in the chat. Chad says Zach looked like Hurricane Chris if he went to college. That is so random. Salute to you, bro. That's funny. Look at Mr. Black Magic with the $10 super chat. What you got, bro? Drinking by yourself is different than getting drunk alone. I had 3 beers watching my Mets get their ass kicked last night. I'm either depressed or drunk. There you go, bro. There you go. Yeah, that's kind of that's why I wanted to put on a poll, see what you guys had to say about that. It was kind of a generalization by both of these individuals. Salute to you, Mr. Black Magic. Salute to Zandra back in the super chat. These so-called bad bees are single while regular women are winning every day. Facts. Women can't understand why these fine men are with basic chicks.
Thanks for the tip.
Kendra's perfect example. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. A dude, if you treat a man right, and because Kendra, and that's why I think it's the dynamic between men and women. And I'm not saying every woman is like that, but men don't, the thought that she was saying men don't think that they can have the woman of their dreams. I can't say I speak for all men, but I kind of want to. We don't sit back and have a woman of our dreams. We don't sit back fantasizing about shit like that. I'll tell you right now, myself, and we've had this conversation before in the chat, I don't sit around fantasizing about anything because it's a fantasy. That's delusion. Me sitting around using time and energy thinking about something in fairy tale land is not going to give me the results that I want in reality. So just for Kendra G, and Kendra G, what, 45, 44? And thinking that men think that we sit around thinking about the woman of our dreams? That's child. That's a very immature. I don't want to call it childish. That's a very immature way to think. Let me know in the chat if I'm making any sense, because I might be having a hard time articulating my point that I'm trying to make. But yeah, that's just not what it is, man. That's just not reality. Thank you so much, Xandra. Who's the Project Leroy back in that super chat? Most of these women Kendra talk about are around those men who have wives. That means the best thing they get is being a work side chick or work jump off. Yeah, exactly, bro. And Kendra G with the men in my world, them just ninjas that ain't with you.
Like, when I have my live events, I just did a live event at DC, and I had at least 3 or 4 girls who were making more than $150K on their own. So I think, fellas, yes, there are some women who don't, but this exists.
But they're not the majority. I'm sorry to keep stopping, but they're not the majority. She just said that she went to one event and there was 3 or 4 women. I went to DC to one event. There was 3 or 4 women who made over 100K. That's one event. That's 3 or 4 people. So she said, yes, it does exist, but they're not the overall vast majority. This is goddamn math, Kendra G. This shit is easy.
We're in a different world. Girls are becoming millionaires off of lashes, child. It just is what it is. And I think okay.
The issue is everybody wants the same guy. Right. It ain't enough of that guy to go around.
Right.
Yeah, everybody wants the same man. 6 feet, 6 tall, dark, this, that, good teeth, take care of it. That's not gonna. Everybody ain't that. And everybody want him, from the women who make over 100K, the ones who make less than 100K, the one that make $1 million, the one that make on welfare. Everybody wants the same man.
That's problem.
What I was trying to get at is that.
Yeah. I think that's what you was trying to say, but he was so ready to go because he on that. I'm telling you, he on that yak.
He on that yak. He on it's bourbon.
You're at 110. You take 20% of taxes out of that, you're at 98. If you're living within your means, you got 1 child or 2 child, you're doing exceptionally well. You know how I know this? It's because that's been my entire life.
But Terrence, I have to say this. But Terrence, listen, I have to say this. Your reality is your reality. You cannot speak for everybody's reality.
But see, here's the thing. What I can speak on is people who don't even eat at 5-star restaurants. I've been at 5-star restaurants since I've been 25.
Get out of here,
I'm now
bro.
51.
But I will say this, though. I want to say this. There's a majority you're talking about that exists. But there are women who, and because they live this lifestyle in their bank accounts, that's why they want a partner equal. There are women who are making 100K or more, and they're living that lifestyle. Like, that is a true fact.
The ones who's on your show with 5 and 6 kids, with 5 and 6 baby daddies, you ain't never made that money. Now they want a guy to make 6 figures. Them ain't the ones I'm talking about. Okay, now you got a 2%. You got 2% or 3% women who come on your show who's making that.
Facts.
The other 75%. They working at Verizon, Target. They're not exceptional. But 5, 6 babies, 6 of them. Them ones right there with no curtains in the back, living in the basic apartments.
Let me ask you this question. So the woman that does make 100K or more, do you say she deserves a man that makes that or more?
No one deserves anything.
See, you want to put a price on what person makes.
I'm asking you a question right now. I'm asking you a direct question because you're speaking a lot about the women who you say don't make 100K. So now I'm trying to get your opinion.
Let me tell you something. If you put a price,
Terrence, you gotta learn respect. Now I'm not gonna say it too many more times. When you talk, I allow you to talk on my platform. Now the question stands: if a woman makes 150K or more, do you think that woman deserves a man that makes 150K or more?
I think she deserves a man who's going to love her with morals, values, and integrity. You can't put a price on that.
Okay, so then why do you keep bringing up that this woman doesn't make that, so she shouldn't ask for that? Because that's what you're saying.
Because when you come into there, when you got 6 and 5 basket little kids, from 5, 6, they'll live their baby daddies who ain't never did nothing but penitentiary time, sell drugs, and be gangbangers. Don't come to me now and you want to find your Russell Wilson. You passed up on the Russell Wilsons. Now later in life, now you want the Russell Wilsons.
Okay, real quick, pause. Y'all gonna stop acting like Russell Wilson is an average man. Russell Wilson is not in everybody. Russell Wilson is a multi-millionaire. I think he made more money in the future. Men throw out Russell Wilson like he is the average Joe. He is an exceptional human being. Put him in the conversations when you're talking about Jay-Z.
That's the point, you dummy.
Bang! Bang! It's good.
Do y'all hear this shit? Kendra, that's the point. Jesus Christ.
Okay? He is not no average guy.
No, that wasn't what he was saying, Kendra.
No,
he was saying,
thank you, Zach.
He was saying you want your Russell Wilson, basically saying you want the good guy. He's saying that I don't think it's from a financial standpoint. He's saying you passed up on the bad guy. You passed up on the good guy. You procreated with the bad guy, and now you want the good guy. So that's the whole future Russell Wilson thing that we see is you pick the dude with the 5 baby mamas before you had a baby with him. Okay, he didn't act right, and in Sierra's beautiful story, she found her knight in shining armor, a Russell Wilson who accept that her child with busting, and they have a beautiful life together. So what a lot of guys be saying is that's not going to be everybody's reality.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Jesus.
He's right. What he said also that I thought was right. He said, "No, I want women." I'm trying to get through the drunkenness, but he said, "Value." He was like, "No, I want." You asked him about the woman making 150,000. Right. He said, "No, I think she deserves somebody with respect, values, and this." Okay, I think those are the things that everybody should be looking for. But a lot of times, what he's talking about is how women disqualify men because they're corny, they don't make enough, or this, and they actually are the ones who have the values, the values to treat you right. So that's where he was saying where there is enough men for the women. The problem is y'all don't want those guys.
Exactly, Zach. Exactly. Cree says the fact that he has to constantly dumb it down for a right.
Who wants you?
You are correct. Now, what I rebuttal that with is men disqualify those women because maybe she's not as in shape. You know, maybe she's not as pretty as the other girl that you're trying to get to act a certain way. So yes, women are disqualifying men because of money, and men are disqualifying good-hearted substance women because of looks and other things. So 2 things could be true.
That's
because
fair.
I feel like
that happens a lot. What you said happens a lot. I know one of my friends, he's he makes money, he's a handsome guy, but he's disqualified good women because he didn't think she was pretty enough. I've seen that happen.
Thanks for the tip.
Yeah.
And she was a good woman, and she was a cute girl, but he was like, "No, I want to." Okay, well, you keep playing over there, you're gonna get what come with that.
Yeah, that's crazy as a man, but
my point exactly. So and that's why I say that there's also delusional men that we just don't. So I agree. So both things are true. Like both things are true. And I just think that if you want to close the deal, at some point in time, somebody has to bend, right? We're almost done with Terrence. Because I ended up hanging up on him. Okay.
You hung up on him?
One last question.
Here, give respectfully. Most men who of integrity and value in life, they don't care what women make. They don't. I signed my check over to my woman. My woman told me when to spend, when not to spend. It ain't about money for men. This is real talk. You know, this is before Kevin Samuels. It's not about the dollar. See, women make it about the dollar. Men want a woman to come home that says peace and is happy, and she's happy to see that. See, a woman could get up and leave and say, "I don't want to be here no more." A man will love that woman wholeheartedly, whether she's big, thin, tall, hair loss or not. Women don't do that for men.
Let me jump in.
There's a difference.
And I kind of
Kendra, are you married yet? Are you married yet?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Terrence.
Ain't gonna be good, Zach.
I just asked if you was engaged yet. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to get the company on my side.
Let's get there. What does that have to do with anything? What's the point you're trying to make?
Truth be told, Kendra,
yeah, I can.
A single person can never tell married people what they go through because you've been single your entire life.
First of all, the show. Okay, I'm happy you said that. The show is called Singles. It's not called Married.
I know. I'm hoping to be married.
I don't host the show for married people.
You know what, Kendra? I lied. I'll take 5 children.
Shots fired.
Stepdaddy, Kendra. I'm sorry.
No, okay, we're gonna continue, but obviously, this is where we're about to go all the way left.
Yeah, I can tell this about to go. This ain't gonna go good.
So I'm happy this happened though, because I see this comment in the questions at times. Am I married? Why am I not married? People, this is a dating show that I created when I became single during COVID. The show would never even exist if I didn't become single during COVID. It's the whole reason me being single is the birth to the show. So this is not an advice show. I've said this 1,000 times. I don't say I'm a life coach. I'm a journalist who turned to hosting a dating show. Now we have a dating app, and it's called Kendra G Singles. So all these people that are always talking about, I believe a married person can't even host my show, to be quite honest, because you're so detached to what people go through in these days. So listen, and guess what? There's plenty
I need one of those
relationship shows hosted by married people. Y'all don't watch them. I don't know why. I don't watch them, but y'all should watch them because they exist. There's married couples hosting shows. Let me tell you why y'all don't watch them. Because they boring. They're boring. Because a lot of y'all, I've been saying this a lot of times. Y'all kind of want to be married, but y'all don't really want to be married. Y'all want the fantasy of marriage. Y'all want the reality of marriage. I used to bring married couples on my show, and the viewings would go down because they didn't really want to hear what two happy people had to say about their lives. So if you're here, it's because you're single. And if you're not single when you're here, that's just on you. Like I know married people watch the show. Shout outs to you. I know people that are in relationships watch the show. Shout outs to you. But it's never changed. The purpose of the show has always been for single people. So I have no idea how that's.
I mean, he knew that.
She's so goddamn mad. She's so goddamn mad right now. Let her say all those words she wants. She's so goddamn mad right now.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Damn.
Enough. Boy, I've been sick to my fucking stomach. Shut up.
Unrealistic Entertainment says Kendra cries in the car alone, bro. She is so goddamn mad, AE. She's so pissed off.
Oh my!
A whole lot of words because he said, "Aren't you single? You're not married." Let's go.
He knew that. He was just trying to throw shade. He was trying.
That's all he was trying to do.
Trying to disqualify. He was just saying that to disqualify.
Then shut the fuck up in 2020.
So that was his big joker of like, I'm right because I've been married. That's what he was trying to do. But I mean, I'm happy for him.
This is the last part. This is when I end up hanging up.
Okay. Oh, you hung up on him? Okay, let's see.
Yeah, this is the last part. This will be we'll stop after I hang up on him. No, Terrence. I'm trying to work with you because I want you to respect. No, you're fine. Nothing you say offends me. For all of the married comments, my show is created for single people. It's called Singles. I never said I was giving advice.
Why is our culture?
Hold on, don't overtalk me. All right. And don't worry about if I'm gonna get married. You're not in that tax bracket, baby. Okay? Don't worry about that. This is a business over here. Because guess what? Are you saying? Let me ask you a question. Would you say 50 Cent should be married?
50 Cent?
Yeah.
The rapper, drug dealer who turned business minded, like Jay.
Do you think he should be a married man?
No, because he's smart. Because he's smart.
Tell me why. Okay, tell me why.
He has nothing to gain by marrying any woman.
Okay,
just like a man like me, I have nothing to gain by marrying any woman. It's a choice to honestly choose her to be my life companion. If he married anyone, it's for companionship. She, at the end of the day, he done did the hard part. Men, we done did the hard part. Women always, they lead with what? Provider. It's not about, oh, is this man gonna love me when I'm fucking 40 pounds overweight and I got alopecia and I'm losing my hair and I don't know how to boil water? You think 50 Cent need a wife? Please, he can go to Mama Son like I did tonight for $130 and be happy. I got a great massage. I can go twice a week and be happy. Married for what?
Okay, pause right there. I'm happy. Now respectfully so, hear me out.
Respectfully.
Okay. So when a woman is financially blessed and also has assets, why would you say she needs to be married and align her assets with somebody that makes less money that could potentially try to take her assets one day? So hold on. Men give courtesy to other men when they're extremely successful and have a certain bank account and have built businesses. But when a woman shows up and also has assets, a certain bank account, all of a sudden they want to try to say, why aren't you married? They don't give her the same courtesy because a lot of men just don't respect women in that space.
He was just taking a dig. Look how she unpacks that. He was just taking a dig at you, Kendra. He was just taking a dig at you. You totally just missed the point right there. He just took a dig at you, but she makes him taking a dig at her as men don't respect women overall. Like, what are we talking about?
It's not wise for 50 Cent to be married. It's
I'm
also
done
not
with this.
wise for a lot of women who are doing extremely well and run companies to align their assets and marriage as well.
Can I go? Can I go? Hey, Holly Berry. I'm 51. Holly Berry, the baddest woman ever.
And she's not married to her boyfriend.
What? Shush. Here, hear me out right now.
Shush. Oh, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. That was the end of Terrence. The shush, I couldn't.
I know you couldn't take it.
Listen, I want you to jump in, but someone said 50 Cent was the worst analogy. No, 50 Cent is the best analogy because I already knew what his answer was going to be because men do this. No, I've never met a man that said 50 Cent should be a husband. Not one man on this earth would say that because of the reasons Terrence
Thanks for the
just
tip.
said. He's built his own empire. He's a multi-millionaire. He could travel the world. Why would he risk his empire by marrying a woman, her leaving him and taking half? It makes all the sense when you're talking about a man. If I made 50 Cent a woman, go ahead.
If he doesn't get in the streets, 50's a very disciplined dude. So you could tell. Now, if you out here in the streets, I think it is wise for him to get married because you protect yourself with that wife. Because that's how Shannon Sharp, all the freaky old men are in court or
y'all said I should make that shush a drop. That's what y'all said. All right, I can do that.
Getting sued. Freaky old men get sued. So that's the thing. 50's a disciplined guy, so he probably ain't going for all that, riff-raff anyway. But if you over a certain age and you freaky, you going to jail.
But I think, okay, this is true. I see what you're saying.
True.
But the biggest point I was trying to make is men understand why other men are single, right? And they almost say he should be single. He should never get married. Like, so again, if that's the case, that's true. Then how can you shame a woman for not being a married woman when you have men who are on record, I don't want to be a husband. So that already knocks out the equilibrium, right? There's men like he said himself, 50 Cent, I don't want to be a husband. It makes no sense. Okay, and that's fine. That's your right. So then you can't shame a woman for not being married. You just
No, he said that the only reason he would get married is for companionship. Basically saying that's
his choice. It would be his choice to get married.
Yeah.
It would be a gift to her in so many ways because there's no reason. The whole point I'm trying to make is I don't like when men try to shame non-married women without shaming men. Now, if you were a man that feels everybody should be married, and if his answer was like 50 Cent absolutely should be a husband, he should align himself with a black woman and create an empire like Jay-Z and Beyonce did, then his argument would have been more valid. But the fact that you gave grace to a man, you can't then judge a woman who may say, listen, I got a business to think about.
He wasn't giving them grace. He wasn't giving it grace, okay? And when we watched it, I said, as soon as she brought up 50 Cent, do you think she should be married? And do you think he should be married? I brought it up. Go back to the live stream Friday. I said, I know exactly where she's going to go with this. She's about to talk about she has the potential to lose assets if she gets divorced, if she gets married and gets divorced. I already knew where Kendra G was going with that. Men and women aren't the same, Kendra G. Men and women aren't the same. And if you don't want to get married, fine. But I've said this before. Kendra G's thought process on marriage is that now I might lose half if I get divorced. That's not some shit she was ever saying before. She wasn't never saying that shit before. And I personally think, I don't know this bitch, just my own intuition, I believe that this is a deflection tactic for Kendra G. I personally believe, and we can go ahead and end this, and we got some dash cam we gonna check out. I personally think that what she's saying right now about losing her assets, I personally think this is a deflection tactic by Kendra G. So when people ask her, Kendra G, why aren't you married at your big age and you're still single, she gonna say, I don't want nobody to take half my shit. I don't want nobody to take half my shit. And that's fine. But Yeah, for her to try to make it seem like it was something else other than him just taking a dig at her, and she came back with the analogy and really thought she did something when it was like, I caught that. I was like, oh, I didn't see what you're going with this. If he wasn't a bottle of bourbon in, he probably would have caught that as well. But that's just what it is. If you have, and Kendra G has that right. If she has a fear of losing half, I don't know why, they have prenups to prevent things like that. But if she has that fear, cool. But I don't ever want to hear her say a thing about getting married. That's all I'm going to say. Because it was just last year, she was talking about she wanted old Ashley Foot, that's Dusty Foot's cousin, Ashley Foot. She wanted him to knock her up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay. Let me grab the super chest and we'll move on to the next clip. Salute to Janesta Coleman. What you got, Janesta? Salute to everyone. This broadcast is the salute to you, Janesta. I was thinking about you the other day.
What you doing, son? Digging that pussy.
I forgot about that drop. Thank you so much, Janesta. Thank you so much. Salute to NYG, man. What you got, NYG, man? Cool. We don't believe you. We need more people. No woman became a millionaire off no last. Facts. Talk to me. You heard that bullshit? You heard that bullshit?
Well, we don't believe you. You need more people.
Cree say she just want a baby. Maybe that's so, Cree. Maybe that's so as well. Man, you heard that bullshit? Millionaire off lashes. Again, y'all, I'm telling y'all, when people get to a certain financial plateau, their world, everyone is the main character in their own movie. I think that's fair, right? Nasty ass Cree. I think everyone is the main character in their own movie. So people only think about themselves. I'm liable for that same shit. You think about yourself in your inner circle. Once people start making that much money, they think that everybody is on that level. No woman became a millionaire off no lashes. Why? Because women will go anywhere to get lashes. Seemingly, she's so gullible. Yeah, bro. But the point is that the bigger point she was trying to make is that there's women out here who have money. Yes, there are, Kendra G, but they're in the minority. Even men with money, they're in the minority. The vast majority of people make average money, man. The vast majority of people ain't balling. They don't have BMWs, and they don't be hopping on and off PJs every other week. Majority of people make average money, man. But Kendra G thinks NYG, man, because she makes that money, and her friends of Z-list celebrities out in Los Angeles make that type of money, that all the women call into their show. Because that was her counterpoint when they were reviewing the clip. And she was adamant about, but there are women who make that money. Yes, there are, but they're in a small minority. Women aren't really getting to the bag like that. And that's no knock to them. It is what it is. Salute to you, NYG, man. Thank you so much. Salute to OB. He says Kendra is a Charlie Brown level goalpost mover. That's a fact.
You're goddamn right.
I agree with that, man. I definitely agree with that. Salute to you, OB. Yeah, man. Salute to What We Know podcast, dating show, ha ha ha, silly Negro, troll show, drive begging show, maybe even a venting show, but not a damn dating show. That's a fact. Drive begging show, yeah. When the last time Kendra G sent some cash app love, or is the bank tap What We Know? She done giving out the cash apps. Salute to you, bro. Salute to my Detroit people in the chat, by the way. Salute to BY. He says, Squatters, y'all think men want your stuffed assets like that on average? That's it. And I think that's another fair point. Because BY, you just had me think about something I hadn't even considered. When the vast majority of like single men get their children, men ain't asking for child support. Men aren't asking for child support, and the majority of divorces, it's not men hitting women over the head. It happens every now and then. It happens every now and then when, when a man to get, but the vast majority, men don't think like that. Men, I wouldn't, let me pull somebody up in the chat. Alua, I don't know, Alua could be married. I'm just using you for example, Alua. RM, I see you. If me and Alua are married and we get divorced and Alua is the breadwinner, I don't want your goddamn assets, man. I'm a motherfucking man. Excuse my French. I stand on my own 2 feet. I don't want half of what my woman has or something. That's just me personally. But I think the majority of men feel the same way. Because there's single fathers out here like, I don't want no child support. You ain't got to get none of that. I just want my babies. So that's another good point, man. Yeah, men and women, we're not like that. Women don't have no problem. Women don't think they're deserve that, or it's an expectation for them to have half your shit. Majority of guys like, dude, I'm a man. I don't want that. How would I look at it sitting in the car that my woman done bought? Or I don't think men have the same entitlement to assets and stuff like that when it comes to women in a marriage. Lewis says we're not getting divorced. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. But men don't have that same asset. The men don't have that same mindset. Excuse me. When we're talking about acquiring assets through divorce or a breakup. I don't think men. I don't even think I know men don't have that same mindset when we don't want y'all shit. But that's just my opinion. What you got, Thanos? Her giving out cash apps was a tax write-off. She could afford to give more now. She stopped because more and more women came with a sob story. Oh, exactly, Thanos. That money wasn't shit to Kendra G. Yeah, but I'm agreeing with you. She stopped because the sob stories was bullshit. Salute to you, B. Wyatt. That's a good point, bro.
Thanks for the tip.
Salute to NYG man back in the super chat. Can we keep it a buck? Who in here believes Kendra G makes more than $350? If she does, if so, how does she? I'm saying $250K for real. I'll tell you this. NYG man, I'll tell you, I think she makes more money. And here's why. Here's why I say that. And look, that's not. I think Kendra G is legitimately getting to the bag. No, do I think, and I ain't no pocket watch, do I think she make it $5 million a year? No. But I believe she makes that because after being a YouTuber and getting paid from YouTube, I can look at your views and say, okay, you probably making X amount of money a month. Kendra G, depending on how many views she get, if she having a good month and she making 2-3 million views, she probably make 20-30 grand on YouTube in a month. And the reason I say that's significant because that's just YouTube. She has a bigger following on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and you can get monetized on all these platforms. So NYG man, I give her that. I think Kendra G do make the money like that. That don't mean the majority of these other heifers do. But like I said, it's because she's getting paid from multiple platforms she's got monetized with. And that's when you're a smart content creator. I'm struggling. I got the followers, but I'm having the issue. I got to fight with Facebook. I'm trying to get monetized over there. That's why I haven't been uploading my content like I used to upload it on Facebook because I'm fighting with Facebook so I can get that monetized. But no, I actually believe she do make the bag on. I don't think Kendra G does make the bag. She probably make the 250 just on YouTube. But I gotta keep it. I ain't no hater. I gotta keep it a buck with it, and that's just going because I know the perspective of getting paid from YouTube. But yeah, she probably got it like that. A lot of them, of course, the majority of them don't. But yeah, salute to you, NYG man. I gotta give her that. I can't knock Kendra for that. Skinny Boy says, "Coop, play that clip again for me and Jessica." I don't know.
Access denied.
Jessica, let me know if you want him to play it. Let me know if you want him to play it, Jessica. If Jessica allows it, I'll do it, bro.
What you doing, son? Digging that pussy.
Let me know, Jessica M, if you want me to time Skinny Boy out for that. Salute to Artistic Entertainment. Marriage is about two people being in servitude to one another. Once that is understood, more people will be married successfully. I agree with you 100%, Artistic Entertainment. People just got to have realistic expectations, man. And it's hard because social media has kind of blurred those lines, man, between reality and delusion and dating. Salute to you, Artistic Entertainment. That's definitely a fair point. Salute to Erroneous E.
Thanks for the tip.
Jessica says not again. Let me know. Say the word, Jessica. He's out of here. So to Erroneous E. 50 can get cat without a relationship, but if he's seeing the same woman repeatedly, the wall is going to open up. At some point, Kendra G going to have to spin too. Facts, Erroneous E. And she has to understand, men and women just aren't the same. It may seem unfair. It may seem like it's double standards, Artistic Entertainment, Erroneous E. It might seem like it's double standards, but guess what? Shit happens, bro. That's just what it is, man. Salute to G-Rap. Coop, don't play that drop. Skinny Boy, I shouldn't have. I like it. I like everybody's right back like, nah, Coop, don't let that shit go. Salute to you, bro. Salute to Full Drinking and Half Thinking with the $20 bomb.
The money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
Salute to you, Full Drinking and Half Thinking. Let me ask y'all this. Which one of y'all think is worse? That one, Skinny Boy, or this one? Salute to you, Full Drake. Yeah, salute to you from downtown. You're right, bro. I did miss your super chat. Give me 1 second and I'll find it. Salute to Full Drake and a half thinking. He says, peace, power, and prosperity, bro. Appreciate you, man. And one of the moderators, please drop the link to Full Drinking and Half Thinking. I didn't know he had a channel, and I was watching this live stream the other day. Salute to you, bro. Thank you so much, man. Salute to G Reed. He says, I've had full custody of my twin boys for 9 years now. I never thought about no damn child support. Me and my boys get it how we live. That's what I'm saying. The second one, Coop. I love them both since Alexander. Salute to you, G Reed. Yeah, bro, that's a fact, man. Men, and that goes back to what I was saying. Men and women are built different, man. We're built different. We're not sitting back here worried about trying to get a woman for her assets or trying to get money out of a woman. Now, those dudes that do that, those are the pookies. Those are the ain't-ish dudes that we talk about all the time, man. Let's see. From downtown, you're right, bro. I'm waiting for it to pop up. There we go. Salute to you from downtown. He said, salute everyone tapping in late at home with the flu, listening to Kendra G tell this man his reality isn't everyone's reality. At the same time, $2,000 wigs, Bentleys, and a red carpet and aren't her audience reality. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. Salute to you from downtown for the $20 bomb. That's a fact, bro. That is a fact, man. Let's see. Up here with the $2,000 wigs and Bentleys, but Kendra G thinks because that's her reality, that's all the woman's reality. Because she knows millionaires she knows women who became millionaires selling lashes. Let her tell it from downtown. Here's what I got to say.
Shut up, bitch.
All right, let's move on to the dash cam. Skinny Boy, this is for you. Let's see what we have here. Entitled lady turns traffic ticket into felony. Santa Rosa County, Florida.
She's pulling off.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
Wait, hey, stop!
On March 26, 2024, a Santa Rosa County, Florida deputy attempts to initiate a traffic stop on a vehicle for speeding, but the female suspect refuses to comply.
Stop your vehicle! Stop your vehicle, or I will pit you out! Stop the vehicle! 10-4. We're pulling over now. Combination by Trump Boulevard.
Florida, again?
That's 10-4.
My bad, Jaya. I was about to ask myself here a second ago. I was about to ask why everybody be fucking with Skinny Boy. But then I remember Skinny Boy be talking all that shit. That's why everybody fuck with Skinny Boy. Skinny Boy be talking that shit.
Do me a favor, shut the radio off, step out. I need to talk to you for a second.
I'm not stepping out of the car. What can I help you?
Ma'am, listen. 174, can I get another? Again! She's refusing to step out of the vehicle and talk to me. Normal, please. I will tell you in a second. I need you to step out. All right. Listen, ma'am. We're 10:34. Not right now. Listen, you're coming this close. All right. You're about to go to jail. All right. I'll explain everything to you if you step out.
No.
I'm telling you right now to step out of the vehicle, or you are going. You are going to go to jail if you do not step out of the vehicle. I will tell you that in a second.
Okay, tell me now.
I don't have to tell you that. I'm telling you to step out now. I'm giving you a lawful order, okay? You're going 60 miles an hour in a 45, all right? Step out of the vehicle or I'm going to take you to jail right now. Do you understand that? I have other units coming right now. Step out or you are going to jail for resisting. I'm not playing around with you. You almost got pitted out, all right? You for failing to stop. I turned my sirens on.
Sir, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Listen, ma'am, you are, as soon as another unit, listen, I'm telling you, I am right now. I'm telling you, step out of the vehicle. I don't want to talk to you in the car. Get out of the vehicle. Get out of the vehicle. Ma'am, once another unit comes, I'm busting this window and I am dragging you out.
Bust my window car. You're not even letting me talk and let me explain.
I don't need you. I'm telling you to step out. I am legally allowed to tell you to step out.
Excuse me. Nate House says this cop is not playing. Big Coop says, I'm telling you, T Coop, I've noticed they ain't bullshitting anymore lately. Yeah. And this officer said he was just going to give her a speeding ticket. But this is that. I just watched it up. Long story short, man, there's a lot of this. I've seen this like with a lot of younger women, and even some younger dudes too. They take everything as disrespect. If that makes any sense. She's going to keep talking about how rude the officer was and her not complying because he was being disrespectful. No, he was being direct. But that's something I noticed with like the younger generation. They take everything as being, if you were direct with them, Thanos, they take it as disrespect. Full drink and a half thinking. If you're not bullshitting with them, say, hey man, you tell your son, man, go out there and cut that grass or whatever. You tell your neighbor, when you supposed to cut my grass? Oh, they take it as disrespect. No, I'm just being direct with you. And that's what's going to have this just spiral out of control.
I don't care what you think. I am telling you right now to step out of the vehicle or you're going to jail. I'm giving you one last chance. If you do not step out of this vehicle, I am taking you to jail for resisting. That is it. The end of discussion. You are going to jail. I will break this window and I will remove you forcefully. You can do whatever you think. Zoller. Yes, ma'am. I'm telling you right now. I'm giving you a lawful order. Please step out of the vehicle. I don't have to explain myself to you. That is a lawful order. You should probably understand what the law is.
Sir, because you're wrong.
Good to go. I'm not wrong.
Do not bust my window.
I'm going to bust your window if you do not step out of the vehicle. I don't need to have a conversation with you inside the vehicle. I am giving you a lawful order. This is the last time. Good to go. You are going to jail right now for resisting.
No, because you're not talking to me. You're being very rude.
174.
And I'm not going to stop in the park that I don't even know you, and I don't even know.
Just be advised, as soon as we get the female, she can be 10-15 for obstruction.
Conversation with you, and the fact that you're being very rude right now, like I'm trying to run away from you, I am not. I'm just move over.
All right, good to go. I'm done talking to you. I'm going to break that window if you do not step out of the vehicle.
No, I'm trying to have a conversation.
I'm not having a conversation with you. I've gave you multiple. Ma'am, you can say everything you want. You can listen. I
want to talk to your sergeant.
You will talk to the sergeant once you're in handcuffs.
I want to talk to your sergeant.
You can talk to the sergeant once. That's fine.
No.
You're going to jail.
No,
you are going to jail.
No, I'm not.
You want to bet?
No, I'm not.
We'll see.
No,
we'll see who. We'll see.
I plead the blood of Jesus right now over this situation.
174.
The blood of Jesus. Did she just say the blood of Jesus? Man, Jesus can't break them cuffs, man. I'm gonna just say that.
She's requesting you. I advise she can speak to you when she's in handcuffs.
She said the blood of Jesus.
The deputy gives the suspect one last chance, but she instead flees the scene.
It's your last chance. I'm gonna be nice. Give you one more chance.
And right here, he's gonna give her another chance. Another chance. Because I'm not gonna lie, I hate when cops take it to busting out the window, because a lot of times I just think, is that really necessary? But he done gave her multiple chances. Even right here, he reset himself. Hispanic Cop Project Leroy said, even right here, he reset himself. I'm going to give you one more chance to get out. I'm going to give you one more chance, but still, I'm going to go, man.
Step out of the vehicle. Step out of the vehicle, or you're going to jail. I'm going to break the window and you're going to jail. Step out of the vehicle. All right, you want to go that way. 174, she's pulling off. Give me traffic.
We got action. We got action.
After a short chase, the suspect pulls over just a few blocks away.
Step out of the vehicle. Step out of the vehicle now. Step out of the vehicle with your hands up.
Stand your big ass up.
Yep, then she took off.
Stand your big ass up with your hands up. Step out of the vehicle with your hands up.
Backup arrives to engage the suspect and immobilize her vehicle.
Hey guys, watch crossfire. I'm going to put spikes under her tires. Here, just take care of business.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out! Get out!
She on the phone with her goddamn daddy.
Get out of the car.
Stop! Stop! Stop!
Seatbelts off?
Stop! Stop!
Get out.
Talk to me!
Step out of the car.
Stop! 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 Stop!
Get out.
Stop!
Put your hands
Street.
behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Stop! 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 Stop!
Got resistance.
Stop! Stop! I didn't do anything wrong! I didn't do anything wrong!
Can I come in, Austin?
No.
Austin.
She's detained. Windows have been busted. You can clear traffic.
What is wrong with you?
The suspect is now handcuffed yet continues to resist.
You didn't talk to me. You did not talk.
Anything on you?
You
can
did
take over stickers.
not talk.
You have anything on
You did not talk to me. I'm not talking to nobody.
Okay.
You guys did not talk at all, and you hit my car.
Yes, I did.
Why did you hit my car? You did not talk to me. Yes, you should. Yes, I have a right to be talked to and have a reason why. No, I'm not telling you anything. I do know my rights. You guys are wrong. You guys are absolutely wrong. I'm not going
That's a
anywhere
huge
for my
bitch.
dad.
You're gonna have a seat.
I'm waiting for my dad.
You're gonna have a seat.
I'm waiting for my dad. Help! I'm being brutalized by police. Help! Help!
Put your head in.
I am sitting in the
Put
seat.
your head in.
Stand
your big ass up.
No.
Hold it here.
When I start selling pussy, I don't want to hear it.
Stop! No! I want to. Don't touch me! Stop!
Taking you down.
Stop!
So we
Stop!
don't break them.
No!
Ready? All right.
No!
Stop.
Stop it! Help!
Get some help. You're gonna get a felony charge.
Help! 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 You're pulling my hair! Help! Help!
Street. Get that side.
Help!
Close that door.
Help! Help!
I got you.
I'm being brutalized by the police!
Ma'am, give me the car.
And they didn't even brutalize her. If that was a man, when they got her out that car, they would have threw her big ass to the ground. They didn't even throw her to the ground. They put her right in the back of the squad car. She just, help, help, help. Oh, man.
Stand your big ass up.
I got you. Get in the car.
Jesus Christ. You good?
Even the cops like, holy shit.
Everyone okay? All right.
Hell!
With the suspect now detained, officers search her vehicle. But it doesn't take long until the suspect becomes aggressive again with the cops.
She got her driver's license. Dude, I was gonna give her a written warning. Yeah. 60 miles an hour. That's what I pulled her over for. 60. All right. Listen, I got your glasses up here. Okay.
Do not tase me. Do not
You're going to jail, man.
Thanks
for the tip. You're
gonna have. Talk to me. You are very rude to me. You did not want to talk to me at all.
It's all on camera. I don't have to. I gave you multiple lawful orders.
You have the right to talk to me.
I could.
And
do you understand?
Why I was being stopped.
Do you understand?
You told me why, and I was trying to explain to you why I was pulling over.
I don't care.
And you didn't. I don't need
because
you're being very rude.
I'm not being rude. You're not. Listen.
You are.
This is your problem. You need to understand. You are not in control. You are not in control. You are not in control. No, you are not. Not when I turn on my lights and I see you.
You're being very rude.
Ma'am.
Very rude. I want to talk to the sergeant. I do not want to leave this premises. I want to talk to the sergeant.
See, let me grab a super chat. What she has to understand, and this is something I'm guessing she a young chick. I don't know if they ever say her age once she get booked, but I'm going to go out on a limb and assume this is a young chick because she going to call her daddy to the scene. Her daddy going to show up in a little bit too, guys. What she has to understand is that police don't have to do all that conversation. And sometimes I do think it's bullshit. If a cop pull you over blase split, and they go to put you in handcuffs before they even explain what your charges is. I kind of think that's bullshit, because most people are going to say before you handcuff me, what the fuck, you know, they're not going to just like, they're going to ask, why are you handcuffing me? So I think police should be explaining themselves as far as charges or whatnot. But before he put out the car, he had to get out the car because she,
thanks for the tip.
Yeah, what was it? I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted over here, moving stuff around. But he was initially going to give her a ticket. But she just, I want to talk. Let's have this conversation. We ain't got time for all that.
Access denied.
We ain't got time for all that, okay? Some cops are more lenient than others, but some cops just ain't trying to do all that talking. And he wasn't trying to do that, and she was too stubborn to read the room and realize what's going on. Salute to, from downtown 296, back in the super chat. My daughter tried to start a bath bomb business, and it did just that, bomb. That ish ended up costing me money, and I didn't have anything to do with it. Yeah, man. Yeah, bro, because people talk about, you know, and I know your daughter's young, but just speaking like overall in society, people talk about starting businesses like this is a cakewalk, man. More businesses fail than the ones who actually succeed, man. That's just the reality. More businesses fail than the ones that succeed. You have to put in so much work, so many hours, go out there, hunt customers, find your clientele. It's just not as easy as a lot of these Kendrites make it seem to be, because they all make $500,000 and have thriving businesses, even though they're in the dirtiest neighborhood in Milwaukee in Section 8 apartments. Salute to you from downtown. Salute to Tony Virgo back in the super chat. What you got, bro?
Straight cash, homie.
By the way, I seen that new Final Destination. This movie franchise ruined my way of life. I don't drive behind trucks unless it's a money truck. Now I check my drink to make sure the ice is actually ice. Yeah, I saw the trailer for that. That's not my cup of tea. I used to be in the Final Destination though. Like the first couple ones, I'm pretty sure I saw one or two of them at the show, at the movie as well, back in the day. And I'm with you. I had a fear of driving behind log trucks for a long time. From that, I think that was the second one. That log. If you go back and look at that, and I think I've seen this recently because of that trailer for the new one that came out. I don't know if that was Final Destination 1 or 2. For some reason, I think it was the second one. But that log, if you go back and watch that shit with today's eyes, man, that scene where the logs fall off the truck is ridiculous. And it's super long, too. 87 people died on the highway, and they died in one of the most gruesome ways possible. If you go back and watch, because I just watched that clip recently, that clip is ridiculous. Like, who would make that clip, bro? If you go back and watch it, I'm suggesting everybody do when you get some time. Salute to you, Tone. Go back and watch that clip, because y'all probably haven't seen it in 20 years. That clip is ridiculous, man. They was out of their mind when they made that. Fred Howard says, Black Fatigue, the bronze statue effect. Salute to you, bro. Salute to Full Drink and a Half Thinking with the $20 bomb.
The money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
Let's see. At the show's old school. Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's yeah. At the show, yeah. That's my way of saying it. Salute to Full Drinking and Half Thinking with the $20 bomb. He says, that BS gave me a effing headache. Big salute, my G. Shout out to the squadron. Stay the course. I appreciate the support. No doubt, bro. Thank you so much, man. This chick out here, I don't know what she on, but yeah, I need to add that Terrence, that shh, when he shush Kendra, I need to add that one like I added this one. God damn it, why doesn't the volume work on my shit?
Yeah. Car.
Why is it doing that?
Yeah. Hell fuck.
Did we get her name?
Are you bleeding? Everyone check for blood.
I got blood on me.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I got a little cut.
Okay.
Did we get her driver's license?
No, we don't look at yet.
I wonder if she's suspended.
That annoys me.
She's acting like it's suspended. Do you have a valid driver's license? Is that why you're acting like this? Are you suspended?
Did you check my plates?
Are you secure? Secure Brady? If you fail to identify, I'm gonna charge you again for that. Are you secure Brady? Make this simple.
My name right, so no.
So what is your name then? What is your name? If you do not tell me your name, I am going to charge you with fairly identified. We're going to take you to the jail. You're going to get booked under John Doe.
Woo, child, where was the damn detail when your mouth?
You're going to sit there until he's right here. All right?
I want to talk to you, sir. I don't want to talk to you.
Good to go.
The suspect now forwards her complaints to the surgeon.
Hey, what's going on?
Sir, I understand that I may be going 15 over the mile because I was going 60, not 20 over the mile.
All right.
So yes, I do contest to that. Now, I didn't know that the police officer was trying to pull me over. So when I moved over so he can, do whatever he's gonna do, but then I was like, okay, so he's still behind me. So I go to a lighted area.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with this area like that.
Yeah,
I pulled over to a lighted area, and then he came at me very, very
I can't
hard.
even see her.
Okay.
Now I don't know what y'all procedures are like that, but I'm by myself, driving by myself. I don't feel comfortable.
Okay.
Being with a police officer, he was very aggressive.
Right.
Telling me he was gonna bust my windows, and I'm going to jail.
Was he asking
and I need
you to
get
leave?
out. No, hold on, please let me speak, because he didn't let me speak at all.
Okay.
I'm not gonna step out of the vehicle. If he could have just came to me cool, calm, and collective, he was already on 10 coming to me, and that's very disrespectful. I didn't do anything to him.
And what I tell y'all, it's about, that's disrespectful. He didn't come out there being disrespectful. Now, he didn't give her a whole bunch of time to bullshit. Coop, she's in the car with the window down. Oh, I know she is. I'm saying how goddamn black she is. Like, you can't even see her. That's what I was laughing at more than anything. Y'all get a good look of her at her mugshot at the end. But that's what I was talking about earlier. The disrespect. He was being rude to me. I didn't comply because he was being rude to me. He was being direct with you. And that's the point that I was making earlier, is that it seems like a lot of the younger generation, they take you being direct with them as you're being disrespectful to them. There's a difference between being disrespectful and being direct. If he said, hey, you fat black bitch, pull over. Stand your big ass.
Stand your big ass up.
He's like, Godzilla, get your big ass out that Hyundai. That'll be disrespect. But he's being direct with her. And that's one of the things, like I said, I noticed with the younger generation, man.
I understand I may have been going 15 over the mile, which I know really lawfully, I will, if it's over 20 over the mile, so I understand, lawfully that's wrong. But everybody always goes 60 down here. Everybody always. And I'm just trying to go home so I could get to my kid and my family.
Hey, Carrie, if you have any experience with seizures, you've seized cars before, right?
Why would you be seizing my car?
We gotta see if she has any liens.
There's no liens.
Yeah, and if the vehicle.
And I think it might be registered to her. You might have to, if you want to check on that.
He's threatening to break my windows, which I don't think is right, when he could have just came and talked to me and just gave me a ticket and I would have left. But he just came to me very aggressively, telling me he's gonna break my windows. I need to step out of the car. I'm like, no, I'm not stepping out of the car. I don't know you, because you would have just did this anyways. I don't feel comfortable. And then he crashed my car. I don't care if that's what are you guys' protocol. I wasn't trying to run, officer, initially. But if he's going to say he's going to damage my car, which I have to pay for at the end of the day, because I know y'all ain't going to try to pay for my car being broken now, both of my windows and my bumper. Like, come on, that is totally disrespectful.
Do you have any questions or anything?
I was totally disrespected by him, and I know you don't even care because of the way you're acting right now.
Okay, do you have any questions or anything?
One, why couldn't he just pull me over normally and just came to my car respectfully and told me that I was going over the speed limit so that I don't have to explain to you first? He should have, I don't care what type of mood he's in, but he shouldn't be disrespectful to anybody and just threatening them as soon as they come to the car. That is an abuse of force.
Okay.
That's an abuse of force.
I'll look at the body cam footage, okay?
Because I asked him, okay,
do you have any questions or anything?
When can I go? I'm not going to jail tonight.
No, you're going to jail, and we're taking your car for failing to stop and refusing to leave. Okay, we're done.
I'm not. I wasn't.
All right,
failing
all right,
to stop.
all right, cool.
Pull over. See, now you're being rude too.
See, right there. Now you're being rude too, because he not buying your shit. He not buying what you're selling. He can either buy it or don't buy it. He not buying what you said. No one said, now you're being rude too. And Gianna says, cops don't give a fuck. Cops don't give a fuck about none of that. That's the sergeant too. You can tell him he don't give a fuck about none of that shit you talking. People, once the cuffs is on, the cuffs is on. I can't even see a silhouette. That's what I was saying, go Gregory. The cuffs is on, the cuffs is on. It don't matter what you're talking about right now, bro.
Officers now attempt to transfer the suspect to another vehicle, but it's easier said than done.
I can transport for Zoller if you'd like.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Okay. You want to take her right now?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to? Let's get her out then. What's her name? Jacaria? I don't know. Okay. Is she on this side?
Did you want to look at the RO? Is that her? Is she the RO? She takes her car. That's her?
Okay. Hey, you're gonna go to my car, okay? All right.
No, I want to be let go.
Okay.
You're going to jail.
You going?
You're going to jail.
You're
No.
under. Listen.
No, he was rude to me.
Listen.
He was totally disrespectful coming to my
I'm
car.
sorry that they hurt your feelings.
I'm Deputy Kim, okay? But we gotta go to jail, okay?
No.
That's not.
No, I'm waiting for my dad.
No, we're not doing that.
No.
So.
No.
You gonna go with us or?
No.
Right, come on.
No, stop. Wait, hold on.
Let's go.
Stop. Can you wait? Stop. Come on. Can we
Get out of the
talk,
car.
please?
Stop.
Can we talk? I'm trying to
We're
talk.
past talking. You already ran. Get out of the car now.
Hey, I'm not
Get out of the car.
going anywhere.
Walk.
Where's my dad? I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to talk. Stop.
We're done talking.
I'm not even running.
It's open.
Stop.
Get in the car.
Thanks for the tip.
Stop.
Get in the car. Okay, thank you. Just have a seat, please. Sit down, or they're going to grab you by your handcuffs and pull you in the car.
Let me sit down. Stop. Wait. Let
Get
me
in
do
the
it
car.
then. Let me do it.
Sit down.
Let me do it.
Sit down.
Let me
Sit
do
down.
it.
Then sit down.
Sit down, please.
Okay, damn.
Sit down.
Okay, move.
You're about out of time. Sit down.
No, you guys are being. Wait, hey, you think? Hey, stop! Ouch, you're hurting my arm.
And they ain't even beating up on her, no shit like that. Burrito, BY, it ain't enough. It ain't a rap big enough.
Oh, you motherfucker.
It ain't a rap big enough in the state of Florida for that burrito.
Hey, is this her dad pulling up?
I don't know.
That may be her dad.
The suspect's family arrives on scene and are given a thorough explanation of the incident.
How's it going, man? So, all right. I'll explain everything. I'm the officer that initiated, okay? I had her going 60 miles an hour in the 45, right? I had in my mind, I was gonna give her a written warning. We came up to Commerce, right? She was going northbound on Avalon, right? I turned around on her, caught up to her, turned my lights on. She moved over to the right. I got on my PA because it was a red light on Commerce. I was like, hey, when the light turns, turn right, all right? She turned right, but she kept going. I was like, all right, turn on my sirens. She pulled over, all right? She pulled over farther down the road, not where I wanted her to stop, at some, it was like on Commerce right across from Trump. She's been...
Can I get the key from her?
Huh?
Can I get the key from her?
I have the keys for her. The car is getting towed, all right? Yeah, it was commission of a felony. She fled from me. All right, that's what I was trying to get to.
Because she went further down?
No. So after, she's been very combative with the whole time. We have cameras on end. So as soon as we got to Commerce, all right, we turned right, she went down, and she pulled up against these warehouses right across from Trump Avenue or Trump, whatever it's called. All right, I got out, and I asked her, I was like, hey, I need you to step out of the vehicle so I can talk to you, all right? Because I didn't know if she was going to keep driving off. I didn't know what she was doing, right? And she told me, no, I'm not getting out. And I told her multiple times, I'm giving you a lawful order. I need you to step out of the vehicle. She refused. I even told her why I stopped her. I said, you're going 16 to 45. I need you to step out of the vehicle and talk to me. I just wanted her out of the vehicle for my safety and everyone else's, all right? She refused. I told her, look, I gave her multiple.
They drove off with her.
Step out of the vehicle. I'm gonna have to break the window if you don't come out. I was the only one by myself. I was waiting for more units. All right. Once more units said they were coming, I went back to my vehicle to get gloves on in case I did have to break the glass. All right, because again, she kept multiple times adamant that she was not getting out of the vehicle. I asked her nicely. I asked her multiple times. I was like, please get out. I'm telling you it's a lawful order. I told her what the consequences would be if she didn't. I was like, you're going to go to jail. You don't need to do that. You're going to go to jail if you don't step out. She refused. Then I told her, you are going to jail now. Once other officers come, if you don't step out, I'm going to break the window and I'm going to have to forcibly remove you to take you into custody. Again, once other officers were coming, I put my gloves on, went back to my vehicle. She drove off. All right. So I had my lights and sirens on. We pulled out of Commerce. She stopped at the red light, all right? But she still failed to yield, all right? And she still fled the traffic stop, so that's already a felony, all right? I got permission to do a pit maneuver, all right? As soon as we came out onto Avalon, I pitted her out. It was a low-speed one, so I hit her. She spun out. She ended up hitting my car, corrected herself, and then continued up into here, at which point she still refused multiple commands to get out of the vehicle. We broke the glass and had to extract her out of the vehicle. She's been combative, resistful the whole time, not combative. She started to kind of kick a little bit, but when we were putting her in the car, she wouldn't get. She sat down, wouldn't get in. We had to drag her into the car because she kept trying to kick the door open. All right, so that's where we're at right now. All right. So she turned a written warning into felony charges.
The suspect was charged with failure to obey a law enforcement officer's order to stop an obstruction without violence. She was released on a $3,000 bond and faces up to 18 months in jail if convicted.
She's pulling off.
Oh, hold on, I just wanted to see her charges again. The crime, failure to obey officer's order. Failure to obey officer's order to stop obstruction without violence. Yes, man.
Chili's, I want my baby back ribs. I want my Chili's baby back ribs.
Barbecue sauce. That's Maggie. Maggie ain't that big. Maggie ain't that big, skinny boy. But I like your wig napping joke you made earlier.
Well, it's the big show.
I know if Creaky like goddamn. I know if Creaky's saying that.
That's a huge bitch.
Creaky don't be on the jokes like that. She like, yeah, that's a huge bitch. Oh man, let me end this poll real quick. I got some super chats to read. If you get drunk by yourself, do you have issues? 37% says yeah, you got issues. So almost 60-40. 37% says yeah, you got issues. 63% says no, you good. Okay. So looks like about 60-40 in the chat
Thanks
results.
for the tip.
Let me grab these super chats and we'll be back at it on Wednesday, good people. Oh shit, I forgot about Lazy Bone around here. Get out of here. We'll be back at it on Wednesday, good people. Let me see what the super chat's talking about. So look at Q the old one. He says Tone the Virgo. Me too. Oh damn, I missed what Tone was talking about. So look to you, Q the old one. Appreciate you, bro. So let's do better fame. This is the end result of the Tone argument. The real world going to teach you. That's a fact, bro. You're
goddamn right.
That is a fact. Salute to you, Do Better Fame. Appreciate you, bro. Who's our show sponsor, by the way. Salute to James Sampson with the $5 super chat. She said she's not familiar with the area, but then said everyone goes 60 down there. That's a good catch. You're right, James. She did say that. She did say that. At the end of the day, man, because I think the officer wanted her to get out, and that may have been premature, like, hey, get out this car. But she was going to get a warning. But to get a warning and then drive off, once she drove off, all bets were off, man. Once you drive off, there's nothing you can do, man. And I think she has to understand. And I'm thinking back. I'm thinking back to the one time I got arrested. I got arrested once when I was 18 in Canada. I kind of told the story on here before, but I didn't go into details. The details make it even funnier. But I hate this story because I was just a dumb 18-year-old and don't want to recite it. But I also, looking back at my incident, I was trying to talk to the officers as well, and they wasn't trying to hear that shit.
Access denied.
Once cops make their mind up, they're not trying to hear all that talking shit. Salute to you, James. I do think sometimes the police, they're quick to pull out the cuss and all that kind of shit before they even realize what's going on. That's when I think police, should practice more patience. But this one, I can see it go either way. But I do think he gave her ample opportunity because he even stopped and reset himself again and said, all right, I'm going to give you one more time to get out. And that's what her dumb ass drove off. So can't really feel too bad for her. So to G Reed, he said, sun kiss, drank looking ass. Sun kiss. Oh, man, salute to you, G Reed. Salute to Ellis. What you got, Ellis? What's the point of transferring her to another car? Yeah, bro, I didn't really understand that either. I meant to say something about that. I didn't see the point of that other than I could see like maybe if it was like, she was, I don't know. I really don't know other than maybe that one officer in that one car, maybe they don't switch cars. Like you hop in car 1, I hop in car 3. Maybe maybe the car that she was in, I'm not sure, maybe the car she was in, that officer that was assigned to that car had something else, had somewhere else to be. He couldn't take her to the precinct. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe somebody in the chat can enlighten us. Pooh Man says, Coop mom and dad said no Coop can stay his ass in jail. Yeah. Let's see. They needed a bigger vehicle since Unrealistic Entertainment. I was thinking that, but they seem to have her in the back of the car already. I was thinking that as well. Krieger says maybe she couldn't fit his cruiser versus the arresting officer car. Yeah, I'm not sure. Tato says once you drive off, make sure they don't catch you. That's a fact.
Goddamn right.
That's a fact, Tato. So maybe don't do it in a Hyundai or wherever she was with that V4 engine. Obese is probably still on patrol. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, Ellis, but I was kind of thinking the same thing. I was thinking the car was too small. That's what I was thinking at first, but her big ass is already back there. Vanessa says they transfer her before the shocks wouldn't hold on the car. Before the shocks went out, Vanessa, you terrible. Let's see. Salute to you, Ellis. Salute to Do Better Thing. He says, I love this show, but I was hoping no one topped that $50. Acknowledge me. There you go, bro.
Acknowledge me.
There you go, man. You are our show sponsor. I appreciate everybody rocking with your boy today. Salute to Do Better Thing for sponsoring today's show. You rich motherfucker. She was in the Nissan since Project Leroy. Salute to you, Do Better Thing. Do Better Thing sponsored today's show. I appreciate you so much, man. And then salute to all the moderators, Go Cree, Skinny Boy, Project Leroy, RM, DeMarco 23, International Quiet Storm, Poolman 313, my officers amongst the ranks. And then what else do I have? We be back Wednesday, good people. Send me content. And let's see, who else? Who else did I need to miss? Oh, I need to acknowledge. And last but not least, salute to the replay gang. And salute to you, Top Pro. Top Pro, you dropped something in the Patreon. It's giving me a lot of ideas for some upcoming videos in the Patreon. So I'm gonna make that one today about the shorts that you asked about. Make sure y'all join the Patreon too. We going in-depth in content creation, and I'll be going live there every Saturday. Even though I missed this Saturday, I will be live over there this Saturday as well. So go ahead and join up on the Patreon. I appreciate everybody rocking with your boy today. We'll be back at it on Wednesday, good people. Once again, salute to our show sponsor, the Do Better Thing.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
Let's see, how long did we go? Oh, shit, almost 4 hours. I ain't mad at that. Almost 4 hours. Let's see, I need you guys to do 2 things for me. First thing I need you guys to do is easy. It's mad easy. You don't even have to do nothing. Acknowledge me.
Acknowledge me.
Skinny Boy, Tavar, Don Neo, Valerie Dixon, Go Cree. Acknowledge me.
Acknowledge me.
Last thing I need you guys to do, fall out. Have a good Monday. Try not to work too hard. That's against my religion. And come back on Wednesday, people. Send me content. I need ideas. I need ideas for a show Wednesday. Send it to me. Don't hesitate. Hit me on the channel Discord. Send me a DM or email me on my emails at the bottom of the screen. Last but not least, Do Better Thing. Thank you so much for sponsoring today's show. I think that's all I got. Do Better Squadron. Fall out. Lieutenant CDT Beats. Take us home, cuz. Acknowledge me!
Acknowledge me. Goddamn right.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
I cleaned your house. It took me 6 hours to clean your house yesterday.
Hadouken! Boom shakalaka!
I'm broke, nigga, I'm broke.
I pay for the plus okay.
Is it the shoes? Oh, scissor me timbers.
What is wrong with you?
I pay for the plus okay. I pay for the plus okay. I pay for the plus okay.
Can I ask you what's going on? 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 Can I ask you what's going on?
I'm about to go back to sleep. You want to join me? Whoa! yes, I do. Thinking of all the nasty things, but it's also 200 people here. Squad, fall out. Can't be letting loose my deepest, darkest secrets up here. I'm just saying. Oh my! Squad, fall out.